This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I Boadu TV, Yamamunya now come from Brasso. Asamesi nyina ne se Afenyo marking. Since ya ne docket efa obo police na so no akodi attorney general ho. Enti attorney general office in Saka docket on. Na Kevin Taylor bo bom nsi ye nchi akwa no. Se ye chi de dia. Straight. Kwan hwe obekom. Sana Kevin kan. Anka do nya akwa nkokom da. Na Kevin Taylor say ba omi ankasa na ono na enye se ko ye politician na no Bank of Ghana ko ye adwuma na dwuma wo sua ye nyina ne se ka isi che na e dia ma no ntiminim se Kevin so sama focus on ye Prime Minister of Ghana amanfo na ekika ntiminim se obe ma no that position dia obeyi jemenze fio na ode ba omi akwahye hode a ene ono na asem ono aka Kevin Taylor no ono na asem. Oh, na Sophia Kufu, why Kevin Taylor day? Oh, I don't why no any crowd. Former Chief Justice Pana, why any ticket. Oh, Kevin Taylor there sometimes. Oh, why am I many was it just a new crank or no crowd be a position with nya any baby or quashe you crank unya. Nye no ye kunku rasa you can cry.
This man called Afenyo marking. And the issue was about this political disease, shameless disease who does not respect men in uniform in Ghana. Afenyo marking leading the 87 piglets in parliament. Now, Mekachira say, Afenyo marking attacked a police officer. In fact, he assaulted a police officer. This guy. And then we say, oh, Jimmy who parliament. Hey, this guy is a criminal. Afenyo marking. Police investigations after he attacked a police officer. And then, Adiachi, you know, who say the deputy attorney general Abba Bontene Abba confirmed say, Afenyo marking. Omu Afenyo marking docket. Docketer actually say he assaulted a police officer. In the document today, I can tell you on authority, the investigations near the police CID boss on that woman has proven to Ghanaians and the world to say she is an exceptional CID boss. Because and the Attorney General Ghana for say it is true. They have a docket, and that docket, the Attorney General's office has received the case docket of Minority Leader Afenyo Marking's assault case, awaiting prosecutorial review and decision. No. So right now, as we speak, the police in their investigations, they conclude and say Afenyo Marking assaulted a police officer. Now, this criminal Afenyo Marking, his docket is sitting on the Attorney General's office, a desk. This guy called Afenyo marking. To me, from the investigation, the report we read, he assaulted a police officer, and every assault case makes you a criminal. So there's a criminal case hanging on the neck of Afenyo marking, this guy. There's a criminal case, sir. Sakwawe. A signed comb. So the document, in fact, to make things easy, when you read a document, a year report now, and as a docket now, a see police for and a desk, a Attorney General desk, police for no Emma, emphatic say, Afenyo marking were assaulting police. Now, so read the second paragraph, or say, on the 6th May 2025, number 84632, Corporal Forsen Abel, who reported case of assault against Honorable Alexander Afenyo marking at the Tesano police station, came to the CID headquarters with an extract of occurrence and an endorsed police medical form after attending the hospital for treatment. Now, so if you are now kind a year, paragraph 3 now, and now 4 now, I want to show you something there. Okay, paragraph 4 now, this is what it says. And anytime guys say Afenyo Makin is a criminal. Now, so we read it, Mr. S. I'm looking for the place where the police actually said that they basically charged Afenyo Makin with assault. They charged him with assault. So, as we speak today, Afenyo Makin, who is the leader of the NPP, the minority, Mr. S, find that portion and highlight it for me. As we speak today, the Attorney General has officially come out to tell Ghana for say, yes, it is true. Documenting Kevin Taylor the tribunal, it is true, said the CID boss finished her investigations on the 27th of June 2025, and that they've had this docket on their desk. And when we read the docket to you, the CID investigations concluded say Afenyo Makin has assaulted a uniformed police officer. In the end, as we speak, Afenyo Makin is a criminal. He assaulted a police officer. His case or his charge is sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. It is being prepared for court, for him to be prosecuted, for him to be jailed. How can this Afenyo Makin be an honorable man? How can we sit in Ghana and allow such filthy lawbreakers? We allow such people to even stand in parliament and say that they are lawmakers, they are making laws for you. How can you just say such a person should be standing in parliament and making laws for Ghana? Abra nipa sano wabokro no wakotata police ni asum. How can anybody respect the parliament of Ghana when we have criminals like these standing in front of the speaker of parliament, speaking and saying they are intelligent? How can we even have such a person sit in front of the Chief Justice to vet him? How can we have somebody whose assault case, who assaulted a police officer, sit in front of Mr. Bafuboni and interview him? Are we mad? Why should Mr. Bafuboni be answering questions of somebody who assaulted a police officer, somebody who has a criminal baggage, a criminal case baggage on his back? Why should we even allow that? Why should we allow somebody who is going to become our Chief Justice to be questioned by a potential jailbird? Let's get serious as a people. And I'm talking to Mr. Alban Backbin. As we speak today, Afenyo Makin is not different from any criminal in Ghana we are waiting to push to court to be trialed. Afenyo Makin is not bigger than any criminal in Ghana, because we know that assault is criminal. So this guy is a potential criminal who is not supposed to be sitting in front of Mr. Bafuboni to interview him. Why Bafuboni should be the CJ? It will be an indictment on parliament for you to allow such a potential criminal like Afenyo Makin, whose docket is sitting on the desk of the Attorney General, to be vetting the Chief Justice. And I expect the majority leader to raise this issue on Monday or Tuesday and tell Ghanaians that they cannot allow somebody who has a criminal case hanging on his neck to sit in front of Bafuboni to interview Bafuboni. Are we mad? Are we mad? Why should the majority allow that? There are so many MPs in parliament who can interview or vet Mr. Bafuboni. But we cannot sit here and pretend as if we don't know. We cannot sit here and pretend as if this criminal who is going to face trial, we cannot sit here and make it look like the system is normal and that a potential criminal to sit in front of Mr. Bafuboni to question Mr. Bafuboni on integrity. Why should we allow this to happen? And I am telling the majority leader, if he allows Afenyo Makin to sit in front of Bafuboni to question Bafuboni, then you, the majority leader, have an issue with you from tomorrow. From Monday, if you, the NDC, allow this guy who has a criminal case sitting on the desk of the Attorney General, because the CID They have done their investigations. They, at the end of the day, they have come to that conclusion that this criminal assaulted a police officer. This criminal assaulted a police officer. So why should this criminal be sitting in front of the CJ and saying that, yes, I'm a criminal. This guy can assault Bafuboni. If this guy has been able to assault a police officer who was protecting him that day, then this guy can pull a gun and shoot Bafuboni, because we cannot take chances and allow potential criminals like these, people like these who attack police officers, to sit in front of the incoming Chief Justice to vet the Chief Justice. Where did our morals go? Where did our morals go? Because way to me appoint police ni abu police ni. What shows say on to me for bibi shan ho embo Bafuboni too. This guy can murder Bafuboni because he's a danger to the society. He's a danger to every public servant. Afenyo is a danger to every public servant, and Bafuboni is a long-serving public servant. We need to protect. This guy can kill Bafuboni. This guy can assault Bafuboni, and we are not supposed to take chances. So, Parliament, Alban Bagbin, you are one person who always talks about integrity. You keep talking about Parliament being a place where they need to leave a legacy for the young ones to, at the end of the day, learn from. Your integrity and your legacy is on the line of Alban Bagbin, because I don't think you, Alban Bagbin, you allow a potential criminal, somebody who assaults police officers, to interview you or vet you. So if you are what you say you are, and if you are the person you say you are principled, then Monday, we don't want to see this criminal whose matter is sitting on the desk of the Attorney General to be sitting in front of the Chief Justice to be vetting him. No. And what makes this thing so serious in NSA? What makes this case so serious in NSA? Thank you, Mr. S. Thank you for bringing this in. What makes this matter so serious in NSA? The police established to say he assaulted the police officer. And the funny thing is, when he went to the police, now police eman medical reports, medical reports say uncle hospital number. No, he did not even respect the police to even return. Such an idiot. And this guy is standing in Parliament saying that we have to listen to him and make laws. He is going to make laws for us. This guy is a vagabond. This guy is a Bangladesh. This guy is a Bangladesh. He is not somebody we are supposed to entertain. He can go after the CJ. Now, when you read the report, when you read the third paragraph, this is what it says. On a 6th May 2025, number 86632, couple Forson Abel, who reported a case of assault against Honorable Alexander Afenyo at the Tesano police station, came to the CID headquarters with an extract of occurrence and an endorsed police medical form for attending the hospital for treatment. Now, this is what the police report says. He gave his complainant statement to the effect that he was assaulted by Honorable Alexander Afenyo. Witnesses, including Superintendent Mr. Isani Okanse, Sulemana Jalio Abubakar of Greater Accra Regional Police Headquarters, ASP Mr. Nicholas Mensah of Achimota District, who were on duty with Corporal Forson Abel, submitted statement to police to the effect that Honorable Alexander Afenyo struck Honorable Alexander Afenyo struck Corporal Forson Abel in the face without any provocation. So, Ushe Omwa not more witnesses, Emma police nina. You were an ASP. You were a superintendent. You were another ASP. Omu nyina ebe ye witnesses no moka say it is true. Afenyo hit the police officer in the face. And that is clear assault. That is clear assault. Even the police investigations, omo establishes say Afenyo Makin assaulted the police officer. There were 3 senior police officers there. Superintendents were your police for 24 ASPs were omunya bedi adanse say Afenyo Makin attacked and hit the police officer. So why should we as a people and near sorry near say this guy Afenyo Makin Monday, Ombra no metnas na ono enveti Mr. Bafuboni. How? Ete ye Jimmy. Your integrity no wahifa. This guy is a potential criminal. He has attacked the police officer. Anywhere this guy goes around the world, he needs to be seen as a vagabond. He needs to be seen as a criminal who attacks his own country police officers. If what this guy did, anka Ghana Nibia na yeah, anka nenke achinatum. But I am happy that today we all know say sa asema mebeka no ha say Afenyo Makin assaulted police here investigations no omaba conclusion say Afenyo Makin assaulted a police officer and he needs to be charged, he needs to be jailed. And then Jimmy we mo friends or your sign mo sink of one here mo hwehwe o madwene mu mo te wini ba ho apetition ti mo sorry a sikafun bi odi ama mo edinti mo sorry na mo the title enkwasi title atu obi so osan no nam oni wifo no mo nam no a omo bu nkofo the difference be ne wom osan no nam no oni omo ye galamsey. This guy and the guy is doing galamsey. What's the difference? What is the difference between this guy and the people who are on remand right now? Omo attack and also mobo police for. What is the difference between this guy and the police killer and the police attacker? This guy attacked a police officer. And we sit in Ghana and we are like, yes, this should go. No, it should not be something easy. Because if you allow this guy to sit in front of Bafuboni, to question Bafuboni, then the integrity of parliament has been sunk low. We have put it in shit. I am telling you, Alban Bagbin, if under your leadership, if this is the kind of legacy you are going to leave behind before, with all due respect, you retire and maybe die, then this legacy is going to follow you till you die. Because you will be the first Speaker of Parliament who allowed somebody who attacked a public official to be sitting in front of a Chief Justice to interview that person. How did we get here? And Speaker Bagbin, your Parliament is becoming weaker and weaker. It is becoming weaker every single day. Your leadership is becoming weaker and weaker. You are not showing any control. You are allowing anyone to do whatever they want to do. And that is why people like these, some of your members of parliament, are now going around attacking policemen. What message does this send? Under your leadership as the Speaker of Parliament, one of the parliamentarians has attacked the police officer and you still gave him the green light to go and vet a CJ. We are not crazy people. We are not crazy people. We are not stupid. We are not going to allow this to happen. This matter does not need any review. And the Attorney General cannot review anything and say there is no, because the witnesses came and senior of witnesses of the police. Because if the Attorney General says that I reviewed it, there's nothing to be prosecuted for us to prosecute. That means all the senior officers who were witnesses to this matter are all supposed to be sacked. If the Attorney General tomorrow comes, no, but catch a guy for say, you review docket, no, there's no need to go and prosecute her. Then it means every single witness, how many police officers, we need to sack them because they lied under oath. And I don't think these ASPs, superintendents, will come and lie. So the fact of the case is, I say, Afenyo Makin needs to stand trial. Mameka, the seriousness of this matter, the seriousness of this matter is that any day, any day, Afenyo Makin can go to jail. Afenyo Makin Chema won't be destiny the same. The catch of somebody 2028, Munya party obi en lidimo. Because Mumo Jimmy, Montemra say. Me say, from what we are seeing today, this criminal charge on Afenyo Makin right now, any day Afenyo Makin can go to jail. Any day. But they move for Niagara. This is the same Afenyo Makin who was behind the scenes pushing for Atofos and Anonyeshe to be jailed. This Afenyo Makin we have seen on camera attack a police officer. Now Atofos in the you 2 on T. On the GRA boss Cromfono, they are keeping that boy, that criminal at the GRA headquarters. We are here, we will all see it. Me, I'm not going to stop talking about it. That Edubofo boy, no, or don't about destroy you at force, he will destroy your political career. I'm telling you. That Edubofo criminal boy now, or customs now, but then I question police headquarters, no. Mrs. That Edubofo will destroy your political career. One day, you will mention my name and cry, you are forcing. You and the GRA boss, you have come together to put that Edubofo criminal at the headquarters. I have told you. You and the GRA boss came together to put that guy there. Sack him. Let him go back to Koforidua. Atoforsen, you are not bigger than Ghana. You see the way people are going after Oforiata. You sit there and be conniving with the GRA boss and be doing nonsense. The time comes, we will help to push you into jail. You and the GRA boss, that Edubofo boy, he needs to leave the headquarters, take him back to Sunyani or Koforidua because you transferred him to Koforidua. I am not going to stop saying this. I will say it until the right thing is done. Oh, one from him. Near say NDC MP biako PA location bia attacks be siwo between a community and Namos. Utie Alban Bagbin Kasana or say, while I am yet to be fully briefed, time na Alban Bagbin master instruction say parliamentarian no yam fanema police na police in Indino. He wasn't fully briefed. You see, and this matter na Alban Bagbin abet na ho readino na sa eye MP esutifi not MP osedieno sa man no as we speak today na obiam for allegation bi anto ne so a omude evidence aba say ya investigations ehun say wabokro no anaso attack obi anaso action no waye Alban Bagbin read a statement no or say he was waiting to be briefed. He is yet to be briefed. He was yet to be briefed. And so on my instructions say the legal counselor or parliament, you know, they should activate the process to hand over the MP to the police. You are an MDC, NDC for a Speaker of Parliament, and Kauko without any title. I am telling you, we all fought on TV. Yet now, Sima Adichi, ya kontokwa, ya editorials. Yenina Quincy Abeya was Speaker of Parliament and can farm Uye. Today you get a position and it's all about pleasing some fools in the other side, those fools who disrespected you at a point. Eye obi to say Oslo Usu Jina Parliament can say Osidien, Obubusa we attending. These MPP piglets, no matter what you do, you cannot please them because they see you one as a Northerner and they will never respect a Northerner. And it's not Oslo to Mijina Parliament can say, so when the law comes, you need to let it apply. Now, your own party member, even though you were not fully briefed, you picked a paper and gave instructions that he should be handed over to the police. This criminal called Afenyo Makin, the police have done their investigations. They have handed over the docket to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General says, yes, a case of assault. This Afenyo Makin attacked a police officer. Anka Oku police, you know, it's an assault. Into Yekako prosecutor. Why are you going to allow this criminal to go and vet a chief justice? I'm asking you a simple question, Alban. And I don't think, sir, you are in that office or you are now the Speaker of Parliament. You are now the Speaker of Parliament, so you don't care. And that you can just dip the integrity of Parliament in shit. And I don't think that's what you want to do. Because a few months ago, Tokonu and this same criminal called Afenyo Makin, they disrespected you and disrespected Parliament. It should tell you something, that these people have never respected you as a Speaker of Parliament. These MPP people have always seen you as a Northerner who does not represent anything. And they have always continuously disrespected you till now. This time, you need to prove to Ghanaians that you are not biased, you are not corrupt, you are not like the ones you are referring as corrupt people, and that you can make a change. Afenyo Makin needs to be kicked out of parliament until these investigations, until the AG takes their decision. He's not supposed to sit in parliament and carry himself as a minority leader in front of you. It is an indictment on you, the speaker, for you to be addressing somebody who has assaulted a public servant like a police officer, a minority leader. It's an indictment on you. So you, Alban Bagbin, you cannot sit in parliament and say minority leader whilst you know the guy is a criminal, whilst you know the guy has a docket sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. I don't think you would do that, because say ubu and ubu Ghana mrana. I know say Obeka Chira say there is no way you are going to allow somebody who are Attorney General Ekase wakwa assault to be a year prepared for court. No, you want that person to be standing in parliament and making laws for you. Yes, I don't expect the majority leader to also come and stand in parliament and start singing and pretending he's the most gentleman in Ghana. And that is what you have been doing, Ayaraga. You enter parliament and you become Father Christmas. You are the only Northerner who has been to school, who can conduct himself. You are the only one who wants to go to Allah. So when people are fooling, you'll be choosing 9 sweats. You think what 9 sweats is what brought you there? People did dirty job to make you get the majority leader. The job you don't want to do. The dirty job you don't want to take your face to do. The dirty job you don't want to do. There were some young people calling themselves communicators. People put their lives on the line to do that dirty job for you to become majority leader. The things you thought you are bigger than, the things you thought you cannot do, the things you believe that it is against your tribe, it is against your religion, the dirty things you will never do, somebody's son, somebody's daughter went down there to go preach the news for you to become majority leader. So don't take this for granted. Don't come to parliament and come and do me, I am the most educated man, so I'm going to conduct myself. If you want to be seen as an educated man who conducts yourself, go and sit in front of your wife at home. Because if it were you, Ayaraga, and AG Abeka say, or assault case than the table so and can kwasiafo or channel pankomo your press conference. And every time these people fool, you people coil in. I don't know whether you guys are doing corrupt things with these people. I am beginning to believe, say, who Ayaraga ni utim na muti anymore no. Money Afenyo Makin, you are into some corrupt dealings. If you're not into any corrupt dealings, there are a lot of times, these people have shown you the teeth. They have shown you say they want to destroy you. Now what was this? And you are not bold enough to criticize Afenyo Makin. Because if you are Ayaraga, you go to parliament and you sit with Afenyo Makin and call yourself majority and Afenyo minority leader, whilst you know, and you are a lawyer, whilst you know that this guy has assaulted a police officer and his docket is sitting on the table of the Attorney General, then you will have no respect as a majority leader. Nobody will respect you, because now we know you are condoning nonsense in the name of I am a nice man. This guy is not supposed to stand in parliament and speak until the Attorney General makes his decision. How many people in our Ghana you accuse your man? Court. How many people in Ghana? And if we are going to allow this criminal, this guy who is supposed to stand before a judge on Monday, this guy who is supposed to be facing the law, to sit in front of Bafu Boni, to say, I want to interview Bafu Boni, then it means we are mad in Ghana as a nation. We are stupid people. Why should we allow a potential criminal to be sitting in front of Bafu Boni to say, I am going to vet you? We all now have the facts. The Attorney General says that it is true. They can tell us that their office has received the case docket of minority leader Afenyo Makin assault case. Assault case docket. You, Alban Bagbin, you sat in parliament. They insulted Senator Rawlings that her father is a murderer. You sat there. You didn't do anything. You were happy. Alban Bagbin, you sat in parliament. These MPP piglets, they told the founder of the party that made you who you are today. You, Alban Bagbin. These same MPP people, they sat in parliament and told the daughter of the founder of the party that made you who you are. Without NDC, you were nobody. They told her in the face that she is a daughter of a murderer. Till date, you have covered it up. The hypocrisy in your eyes. The hypocrisy you live with. The kind of hypocrisy you are carrying around and pretending that you have integrity. It is despicable. The last time I heard you speaking, oh, that case has not ended. We are looking into it. You are lying. Those people who said that Zenata Rawlings is the daughter of a murderer, those people, you know them. You, Alban Bagbin, you know them. You are in parliament and condoning all these kind of things. And you expect Ghanaians to worship you as a man with integrity. Today, you are faced with a clear case of assault. A clear case of assault. Afenyo Makin has assaulted a police officer. Alban, this guy has assaulted a police officer. The police have done all their investigations and they have come to that conclusion that he assaulted. Senior police officers were witnesses to the young police officer. Superintendents and then ASPs were all there and they said it was true. Now this case is on the desk of the Attorney General. How can you at Alban Bagbin, how can you sit there and say this cockroach should go and sit in front of Bafuboni and interview Bafuboni? The majority on Monday should stop this guy from sitting in front of Bafuboni to interview him until he's cleared by the Attorney General, until he goes to court and get clearance that he did not assault the police officer, because we cannot allow criminals to be vetting Chief Justice. This is a criminal offense, and it makes Afenyo Makin a criminal per the documents we are seeing. And in make catch MPP4. I make a bibi nchiremo. Won't cry mystery. MPP4. 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 But make a bibi nchiremo. Afenyo Makin, he can go to jail. He can go to jail any day. I never say because I'm a bim. But I know they be amogen say I am joking. Hey, Alban Bagbin, you cannot protect Afenyo Makin. The MPP in parliament, they don't respect you. And I don't know the kind of poison you and them have eaten. That is what is making you not to be able to address them in their face. Because if you are a man with integrity that I know, the integrity that you have been preaching, then you will be bold to release a statement even tonight that you don't expect from the statement of the Attorney General, you don't expect Afenyo Makin to be sitting in front of the Chief Justice to vet him. You see why I say you don't have the power to control the minority. Alban Bagbin, Afenyo Makin stood in front of you and bullshit you. You are sitting there carrying yourself around. You are a man of integrity. You have power. You have nothing. How do you want people like us to take you serious? This fool, you told him to resume his seat. He told you fuck off and he walked out of parliament. Afenyo Makin. Mr. Alban Bagbin, we fought to get you where you are. We, young people like us that people are saying we insult. Afenyo Makin stood in front of you and said fuck off and he walked out of parliament. You instructed him and commanded him to take his seat. He said you are nobody. What will make such a criminal tell you that and walk off for you to be quiet? Then it means he's holding your balls. You might have done something illegal that you are scared to take action against the NPP. Is this not despicable enough? When your wife watches this, don't you feel less of a man at home? Mr. Bagbin, so our initial video where don't you feel less of a man at home? You feel less of a man because a young boy like this stands in front of you and you are in Ghana telling yourself you are number 3, you are number 4, you are number 3. This boy, you instruct him to take his seat. He tells you fuck off and walks away. Today, he's going to get away with murder again. Are you going to allow this boy to get away with murder? Where is your integrity and that integrity that we were waiting for to see? Where is it? You talk too much. You don't take any action. You are quick to react to the NDC because it is easy. But when it comes to the MPP, I don't know. Maybe you are in bed with them doing some illegality. That is why maybe you are not able to take action against the NPP. I don't have evidence to it. If I have evidence to it, I'll tell people. But your actions are very questionable. Your actions in that seat, the people who fought down there, the NDC MPs who put their lives on the line, their seats on the line to get you up there, even the person who formed that party to give you that opportunity, you could not defend that person. What integrity do you have? Are you going to dip the integrity more in shit? It's about time you rescue yourself. It's about time you prove to people like us, because it is getting out of hand. Are you going to allow this criminal to stand in front of you in parliament? And I know you know what parliament represents. You have all the history of parliament. You know all the integrity that surrounds parliament. Are you going to be the person who will destroy parliament? Because it's looking like if you allow this criminal to stand in parliament now to talk as a minority leader, then you are the person, you will be the last speaker of parliament. You will be the last speaker of parliament we will recognize in this country. So it's about you, the integrity and the patriotism you have been showing and saying, I am patriotic. Now, you know the seriousness of this. Parliamentary Privileges Committee needs to sit now. If the Attorney General is saying that there is a docket, an assault docket on their desk, then the Privileges Committee in Parliament, they need to sit now. Because that is why we have the Privileges Committee. Why do we have a member of Parliament who has assaulted a police officer and still carrying himself as a minority leader? We need the Privileges Committee to sit now and look into this matter. It's a must. The Privileges Committee, they need to call a meeting now, because we cannot have a potential criminal carrying himself in Parliament as a member of Parliament when the Attorney General has a docket, a criminal docket on him. Who is in charge of the Privileges Committee? I want to see everybody's integrity in Parliament now. Are you the NDC going to protect this criminal again? Is that why we brought you to power? Is that the reason why we brought you people to Parliament? To protect a criminal like Afenyo? We want the Privileges Committee to sit. We want the Privileges Committee to meet. Emergency. They need to raise the issue of misconduct against this guy. Because all of you have a policeman protecting you. Every member of Parliament has a policeman protecting him or her. And we believe that you respect the policemen. Unless you people don't respect the policemen who are following you around. Because you people, even when you are taking a shit and you call the police officers, they leave their families and come to you. They come and protect your lives. Now, one of them, they have attacked them. Afenyo has brutalized one of the police officers. Now, are you people going to look into the police officers who are protecting you and your families and say you don't care? Then you are equally as guilty as Afenyo. So the Privileges Committee needs to sit now. Now, this goes to the MPP as a political party. This goes to the MPP as a political party. Now we are asking the MPP. We are expecting you people to issue a formal statement. This Afenyo is a member of the NPP. And if you MPP are telling us that we are party, mudi imraso, you respect the laws of this country and you respect the Ghana Police Service and the personnel. The NPP as a political party needs to release a statement. That statement, it should caution or reprimand Afenyo. Mahamudu Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, Brian Champon, Kobene Japan, and Kentry. We want to see the integrity you five dogs have in Ghana politics. We want you, the candidate who want to lead the party, to boldly come out and declare that Afenyo Makin needs to leave his position until the Attorney General takes the case to court and court clears Afenyo Makin off this accusation. Because if none of you is able to tell Afenyo Makin in the face on your campaign trail, then none of you dogs deserve to lead Ghana. Because you people are now campaigning to be the leaders of the NPP. And if today, this particular party, which you want to lead, you have all your MPs leader assaulting a police officer, and you are not able to come out boldly to criticize and to make sure this person, out of the love and respect you have for the Ghana Police Service, is reprimanded, cautioned, or told to step aside as the leader of the MPPs in parliament, then you fools should never stand or mount any platform to tell Ghanaians to vote for you. Kennedy Japan, Mahamudu Bawumia, Brian Echampong, Comrade Japan, and Educhum Kentri. You five, I want to see the integrity you have. Prove to me I'm going to prove to Ghanaians you cannot lead Ghana. You people, none of you will be bold enough to make an emphatic statement that Afenyo Makin should step away from parliament. He should step away from the leadership of parliament and allow the Attorney General to conclude. Allow the Attorney General to go to court and then court to conclude this case before he can call himself a member of parliament leading the NPP. If none of you is able to do that, and you are not supposed to tell us your campaign to come and lead Ghana. Because I am very sure that every single place you people go to, you have Ghana Police Service personnel following you. And I know, Baumia, there's a policeman who is your bodyguard. The government has given you a policeman to protect you. Your wife, those your children and yourself, they have left their children at home. Police for the jamoma and your yiri fear. And I wonder what you know. More than them, the police leader bontrina or bomb ho buying. And then Obi attack a party member, an MPP member attack a police near you, Baumia cannot speak that NPP member should be reprimanded, especially when he's a member of parliament and the leader of the MPP in parliament. It shows that there's no leadership in you people. You are not leaders, you are animals. Because today, we all know that Afenyo Makin has a criminal case hanging around his neck. Me catch the Ghana for say, Efutu PDD, we Jimmy you. Me catch them from Tete. Me catch them Debia say Afenyo Makin is a fool. From the day I did a scandal on him, defending a pedophile, going to take somebody's wife, and then calling the person to threaten the person's life, and sending thugs to a 2 or 3 year old kid, their school, to go and kidnap them. That day, na me catch them say Afenyo Makin we Jimmy. And I told him from more Winnie Badin, I say, it will come back to bite you. Where are you on Hine or Winnie Bar? O share Afenyo Makin Hineno. Fasanyan Sana the share Hineno, a sa or Sahin in the free so. Because Sa or Sahin and Amodiamano or your crom 4. He's a criminal who is assaulting police officers in Accra. Unless one him for no more Winnie Bano, most of my are crom 4 is Afenyo Makin. We expect you, the chiefs at Winneba, to also carry some integrity. Because more him you are supposed to set as an example. Somebody a hindi any title ama Afenyo Makin say or your sahine na ende nipa na mo friend or sahine no the case that Attorney General table so a criminal case than so. Why are you people allowing this guy to carry himself ewe efutu say or your sahine? Unless more him for na mo ye no hine no mo so me akromfo. Inti Winneba man hine. More sa efutuo na mo see sa kwa we osahene no. You need to make sure you take the title off until court will clear this criminal. Afenyo Makin. Me catch them. And I've been speaking on this guy for months and years. Me catch them say Afenyo Makin is one crazy guy. Oni integrity biya. Are we going to look on? I am talking to Winnie Bamahine. Mo amode sa osahene ne ma no. Mo mukodi ohene wo wini bana and the mo ye ahemfo no. Senka mo criminal case da ho anka ho nka besi mo hene. Abosom na motete omoso na mugugu nsa no. Se mudi ne kura kira abosom na o kira no pa mo be fere afre Afenyo Maken afre wini bakro nyina se osahene ya age for now. Criminal case da woso no ma court ni wo wie ye wie na se ohu son a sa be fa osahene no unless se mo ahemfo no a mugu wini bana mo share ne se osahene no mo ya akromfo unless you are criminals. And from Monday, me the munyina mo pictures beba or man hine no or hima no or di mo ho nyina mo winiba ahemfo no. Then I'll let the world know say mo and mo entertaining criminality. Obi attacking police officer. Investigations abaso ya da come attorney general. Mo tete what mo show so say or your sahine. You people are the one condoning criminality, murders, killings in Ghana. Because right now, Afenyo Maken will pave the way for people to attack police officers. You know, when Afenyo Maken was doing all these things, Tokonu was still the CJ. He didn't care. When Afenyo Maken was attacking police officers, assaulting police officers, Tokonu was still the CJ. So he thought that that was his intentions. Because a idea why yache, if to PDD, idea why for a long time. But this time, we are not going to let it slide. I don't care when the Attorney General wants to prosecute. I don't care. That's not my job. But my job now is to make sure that we don't allow criminals like Afenyo Maken, police who conclude say, while assaulting police officer to be sitting in parliament and acting as if say, or you're somebody or credibility, integrity, or say, or not even Bafu Boni and Chief Justice Bafu Boni and catch and say, I want to vet you. No. We should not allow Ghana to go that low. We should not allow. In today's guy, we all should understand the MPP as a political party from the national executives. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, J.A. Kufuor, Hakmalo Usu Ajiman, Mark Okwe, Sam Penifo way you have seen this. Mon Penifo, Sophia Ekufu. Sophia Ekufu, Nkwasi Akikane Yewu. You have seen this. Sophia Ekufu. Recently, I saw you, I heard you say, where is it? Mr. P, I had it somewhere. Recently, I heard you, Sophia Ekufu, say that judicial appointment lack transparency, leaves much to be desired. Right now, you have a problem how we appoint judges in Ghana. Then it means that you, Krampono, when J.J. Rawlings appointed you, he made a big mistake because he did not follow due process. It was because J.J. Rawlings was dating your mother or your sister. That is why you got that appointment as the CJ. Anamebwa. That is why you are telling us to say, for all these years you were the Chief Justice and all these years you have retired, you never saw anything wrong with the appointment of the CJ, your appointment of the judges, because Tokonu committed a crime. And you believe, say, because Tokonu is your friend, we still have to put Tokonu there as a CJ. So today, you want to paint everybody who is appointed to the court as illegally and as not following the right procedure. You are a very selfish old woman. Suddenly, you have a problem with the appointment of judges in Ghana. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Kwasi, how many judges did he appoint in Ghana? Did you have a problem with it? You are the people, sometimes we pray to God that he should make space in Ghana for the young ones to grow. You are some of the people, I didn't say, you're in Penifodi, you better address them quietly. You speak as if you say, Ghana, you're modia. When did you come on retirement? You were the CJ. When Charlotte Osei was basically kicked out of office, from the document that came into our possession, you even knew, you orchestrated the whole thing with the Akufo-Addo. This stupid boy now oti wun to me no. I have an audio here. Boy now oti wun to me. A friend is saying, boy ya kujo pon kruma high no. He is the one who went to Ayadien and appointed to go tell him say, you Sophia Ekufu, one Ekufu na orchestrate the sacking of Charlotte Osei. Uba retirement, what if you are with the problem? A coup for the betnas to 88 dinkwasiasem, appointing nipa 1,000, Echo Supreme Court, High Court, Appeals Court, baby, where Wunyansa and can't say the appointment of the judiciary, no, of the judges, no, it is opaque. Suddenly, whoa, you are telling us, say, and the judges, the court, Supreme Court, Appeals Court, High Court, the appointment, you know, it lacks what we call transparency. You are a witch. You are a witch. You will be for. You are a witch. You will be for fita. We will be for flat. We need brad here. What time my JJ Rollins appointed? What was the credential? Your credentials, Wayne. And yet some favors because JJ Rollins appointed. And yet because JJ was dating your mother or something, that's why you are your sister or something. That's why you were appointed. What don't you think? You don't think we know? We all know. How did you get to the Supreme Court? How did you get to the Supreme Court at that your age? It was because JJ Rollins was having an affair with somebody who was related to you. That is how you made it to the Supreme Court. That is your resume. Shut up. Right now, there suddenly you have a problem with the way judges are appointed in Ghana. Mona must say Ghana. You people sat here and allowed Tokonu. We were in this country when Tokonu told us that if you have a Ghana passport, you have a passport, you cannot refer yourself or see yourself as a Ghanaian. Foolish people like you all sat in Ghana. You didn't say anything. Because a president. At a point, we didn't even know who was Ghanaian and who wasn't. At a point in our lives, we didn't know who was Ghanaian and who isn't Ghanaian. We sat in Ghana and these fools run the country like we are mad dogs. Today, suddenly, you have a problem with how judges are appointed in Ghana. You are a witch. You are a witch. Yes, we are before. Mona must say Ghana no. We are before koko. We are before. Now what the Council of State so. And I started a lot of say processes no. The Council of State, you people received the same thing the president received here. You were part of the Council of State and make a decision say they have established something against Tokonu and that the process should go on. We are now done on a witness for Tokonu. You are a witch. We are before. We are before. We are flat. We need brad here. We are hypocrites. On kanu kre. He will judge you. You are a hypocrite. And the sense of entitlement, other than Ghana, no. Oje say okabro for nim nyansa. Na ohini mu bon, oje say okasa obi ankoda. Na dey na ma obey Supreme Court judge. Catch there. And I'm just saying terminal report. You think we don't know your terminal report? It was because of JJ's affair. And I'm obeying Supreme Court to Ryan. And I abwa. And then you sit in Ghana and make it look like say, oh, you're both free heaven here, do buy. Now we jet out to, you can say a KJ out to and come to mother. Who the BP? Shut up and sit somewhere, madam. Everything is fine. When there's no problem, we don't call Jesus. Right now, we are not calling Jesus because we don't have any problem. Problem, the banner we will solve it. This is the kind of fooling that Alban Bagbin has been entertaining for all these years. It is Alban Bagbin who has created this nonsense. It is the Speaker of Parliament. He has been entertaining this nonsense after this boy disrespected him and embarrassed him around the world for us, all of us to see. He is the one entertaining this foolish boy. It's Alban Bagbin. And I'm very sure that maybe this boy has something on Alban Bagbin. Yeah, that is why this boy is fooling. He stands in Parliament and tells us that the law that has gone through, the law that we have allowed, the constitution that we have allowed to operate, the laws that are supposed to be effected. At the end of the day, all these laws, nobody in Ghana has been able to mount any stage to say the president flouted any law. The constitution was followed. Every single detail that we had to follow to make sure that Tokonu gets fair hearing was followed. How can this criminal today get up and tell us that he and his piglets, they don't understand. They are not going to allow Bafo Boni to be vetted to become the Chief Justice of Ghana. How? And you see, he is quoting some useless things to make people think that he has some point. Oh, really? He was quoting the acts. He was quoting the Constitution. He was so quick to quote the Constitution and to quote standing orders and some things to make his case. Oh, really? Now, if it's the Constitution that we are talking about, Now, when you read the Constitution of Ghana on what we call, when you read the Constitution of Ghana, I'm trying to get you something, maybe. I want to show you something. You see, Afenyo OSP was quoting and quoting and quoting, right? All right. Now, let us look at the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. What the Constitution says when somebody attacks. The legal consequences. When a member of parliament, when somebody attacks a public servant, when somebody attacks a police officer. He was in parliament quoting the Constitution. I am also quoting the same criminal constitution inside the same quote. I'm quoting the same thing in the same constitution, and I'm quoting the criminal act in the constitution, because he was basing his argument on the constitution. Now, the same constitution, it says that Afenyo OSP, he still faces criminal liability under Act 29, Section 205 to 207, assault on a public officer. That is what the Constitution says. Because he was quoting the Constitution in Parliament, making noise all the time. I am using the same Constitution he's quoting to prove that he needs to be in jail. He's not even supposed to be standing in Parliament quoting constitutions to defend Tokonu. Because if you know the Constitution, I think Tokonu would know the Constitution more than you, because Tokonu's job was to interpret the Constitution. So you don't know the Constitution more than Tokonu. And if Tokonu knows the Constitution than you, why didn't Tokonu use the Constitution to defend herself? But instead, because you are a criminal who has assaulted a public officer, I am going to read the same Constitution, the same criminal act, the same act that is supposed to take you to jail. Now see, when you read a criminal libel act, Act 29, Section 205-207, assault on a public officer, the maximum penalty remains 3 years imprisonment or a fine if convicted. So, Afenyo OSP, the act there, the criminal liability act, the Act 29, it clearly says that you have to stand trial. You might have to be jailed for 3 years if you are found guilty. If you are not jailed, you could be fined. So you need to go before the court and defend yourself. The same Constitution that you are quoting now, also so now you can stop it Bafo Boni, the vetino. You the same Constitution, so I catch you say, I was so who court. Near you do us something say criminal, what attack a public officer, because you have attacked a police officer. The police, they have done their investigations. They came to that conclusion that you are a criminal. You have attacked a public officer. If somebody attacks you, this same act will apply. So if you have attacked a police officer who is a public official, the same act, Act 29, it needs to be applied. And the maximum penalty, you have to go in for 3 years or you have to be fined when you are found guilty in any court in Ghana. So you don't have any moral right to even discuss that you are not going to agree for Parliament to vet Mr. Bafo Boni. You are a criminal. Now, this is the legal consequences. Now, if you want us to also look at, the professional consequences. These are the professional consequences of your action. And I'm talking about your criminal assault case. I want you to know the consequences in what you have done. The investigation sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. Now, this is the professional consequences as a lawyer. Attacking a public officer or a police officer. These are the professional consequences as a lawyer. Now, the General Legal Counsel, GLC, can initiate a disciplinary hearing for misconduct. The General Legal Counsel can start a disciplinary hearing for misconduct because you are a lawyer and you have attacked a police officer. So the GLC can also be petitioned. Now, possible outcomes include 1. Suspension from legal practice. They can take your license from you. Afenyo Omakin, a criminal who has assaulted a police officer. 2, they call something disbarment. They can do what? Strike your name out. You can never practice in Ghana. 1, you can be suspended, and 2, your name can be taken out. You can no more call yourself a lawyer in Ghana from your actions. 3, official reprimand or caution for conduct bringing the profession into disrepute. So, professionally, you have to be taken on. A lawyer can petition, or any Ghanaian can petition the General Legal Counsel for them to take these actions against you because the fact has been established. You assaulted a public officer and the Attorney General has your docket now on his desk. So tomorrow, I can petition the GLC and tell them that they should initiate. I will use the docket, that information, give it to GLC and tell them to sit on this matter because I want them to get to the bottom of it. And the GLC are going to look into the matter, look at the details, ask you questions, and come out with their conclusion. So tomorrow or Monday, a Ghanaian can petition the GLC, and you are either going to be suspended, disbarred, or you at the end of the day, you cannot call yourself a lawyer in Ghana. You are Afenyo Omakin, you are done. Now, apart from what will hit you professionally, right? Let me show you Parliament 2. What can be done to you? You are walking in Ghana and screaming, "Out of town hall Parliament." Which Bruni would should be a permanent a Vietnam can kwasi. Now, parliamentary consequences. Parliament, this is the action that can be taken against you. If Alban Bagman is credible and he's going to be honest with himself and he's going to be honest to Ghanaians, he will take action against you on Monday. Now, parliamentary consequences. Parliament's Privileges Committee may summon you or him for behavior unbecoming of an MP and minority leader. So Parliament, the Privileges Committee can sit and summon you, say, come. We have also gotten the docket. The police have established that you assaulted a police officer. The witnesses are senior police officers. Now this docket is sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. We don't need to wait for the Attorney General to make our conclusion. Now you need to answer these questions. 2, a public reprimand or censure recorded in the Hansard. The public, what they can do is they can publicly come out and do what? And let the world know that you are a criminal. Then they will record it in Parliament records that you, Afenyo Omakin, as a member of Ghana's Parliament, you attacked a police officer. 3, suspension from sitting for a defined period. Privileges Committee can take you out of Parliament and say, sit home until the Attorney General calls the case in Parliament. Attorney General calls the case in court. For court to finish listening to the case and coming out with their final judgment, you cannot carry yourself as the leader of the NPP in Parliament. So Privileges Committee can tell you, stay home. So you can lose your license, you can be kicked out of Parliament. Now, the third one, a call for him to apologize to the police and Parliament. You will have to publicly come out naked with your dick standing on. Also, down utrum and no quarter dasso. Now, be pagana chow, now pa Parliament chow, our national TV. So these are things they can instruct you to do. Or dying. You are saying you don't want Bafu Bonny to be what? To be vetted. Who the hell are you? A criminal like you, Afenyo Omakin. Now, let me show you what again can happen to you. You want to talk. Let me show you political consequences. And you see, political consequences. 1, since he leads the NPP, since you lead the opposition internal party discipline could also apply. Say MPP no munyansa party papa. They can also start applying party their sanctions. One, what can they do? The NPP National Executive Committee may issue a formal caution or reprimand. The NPP paid for the party so Jimmy ya. Now some more today making no who the Attorney General kana. They need to regroup tomorrow morning and start looking for punishment for you. So party now we did him so say leadership of the party, say council of elders of the party, so now some person check Ghana for say party way is a party of people who believe that they need to be disciplined, who believe that they need to adhere to the rules and regulations of this land, who believe that the police should not be attacked. Some party they will meet tomorrow morning to come up with what we call a caution against you. Two, in a serious case, they could review his leadership role or demand a public apology to protect the party's image. Into party ni someone yang kwasiafua. Bawumia, Kennedy, Brandon Champon, Aya Country, and Kobre Japan, they will all advocate that you step away and apologize to Ghanaians. They will do that. Sa Bawumia nyewi, sa na yiri Samira nyewi, sa Kennedy nyewi, sa Kennedy ne yiri omu nyewi fo, sa Kobre Japan nyewi. Sa brand champion na yiri nyewi fo sa country nyewi na so omu yankofo mu kanokura or chano pa they will all issue a statement and say that Afenyo OSP, from what Attorney General said, it would be good for you to step away from the party and allow the Attorney General to finish with court before you can call yourself a leader of the NPP minority. Say sankwasi afo mbeso mu di party nim no so omu nye yufo no omu nye jimifo a anka anadwi anka say after Attorney General kasa no na anka so release a statement. But why are they all quiet? Omu nya yankwasi afo because this is what they believe in, that their party should kill, attack police, and that will make them relevant. Persistent controversy could weaken his position as minority leader and affect caucus confidence. Say MPs 87 or say 86 number parliament, so nyam kwasiafo nyam prikwa and kochira pa, they will all come out and say, leader, we beg you. From what we are seeing, it's a Ghana for say wabu police ni. It's a police for some investigations. You just senior police officer momu nyina be witness say ampa ubo police ni. And I end the meno ka say a case in the Attorney General at the table, so any day be able to make jail. So please take a step back and let somebody play this role. Actually, 86 no omu yankwasiafo omu ejimi, and I know they are not going to do it. I know the MPP. So metinana because MPP for yankwasiafo. This is the reason. Andra, they did a press conference. What was the press conference about? The press conference was about, yes, say, NPP, NDC, MPB, Assembly Kwesi, and a General Secretary, Nekatri Mebutu sa kotre shwa. And the vessel Ghanaians, the MTC, we know, and the Mahama, and the NDC, MP, and the Naimos, Nkwasiafo do press conference. General Secretary, Nekatri ma a continue se kotre shwa no. Munkanjen se ome press conference. I was sad who say Attorney General say Afenyo OSP is a criminal. The assault case is sitting on his table. Pentium 2, JFK Kwasiam Penny. Ya pese MPP executives no. Mo General Secretary na ne katre me butu se kotre shwa no. And Ghanaians, and we know that we see John Mahama and the MP FCC and Manimos, and we want you to change, and we want Kwasia. But the same thing. We are waiting for a press conference. Okay, to me to say kotra shwa. Oh, kotra shwa da. San Kwasia for it to Ghana. Amon pesem brand because when a member of parliament is accused of assault, parliament cannot shield them. Do you know that? When a member of parliament, and then Alban Bagbin catcher now say he is going to hand over the NDC MP to the police, because when a politician or a parliamentarian is accused of assault, parliament cannot shield that person. They need to release him. So it is easy. When you are accused of assault, what happens is that Speaker needs to be formally informed. When Speaker is informed, Privileges Committee are supposed to be summoned. They need to sit on the case and deal with that member of parliament. Why are we sitting here? Why are we sitting here and Afenyo Makin standing in parliament talking shit that he is not going to allow for us to vet Bafuboni? Who the hell is this criminal? Why are we allowing this nonsense to happen in Ghana? Why are we allowing this fool to be jumping around and fooling himself whilst he has committed a crime, one of the biggest crimes on the land, criminal crime, assaulting a police officer? Sa bonia eso ewo Ghana assassin so no Afenyo Makin committee. Why is this fool walking around? A police officer should not be protecting Afenyo Makin tonight. Because Afenyo Makin can attack that police officer and maybe he can end up killing the police officer because he's known for doing that. There's an assault case on the guy. Why have we allowed a police officer, yeja police officer, because the same police officer, Ninuya and Afenyo Makin attack it, no? So Afenyo Makin can call people to kill that police officer and tell Ghana that he knows nothing about it. Because when he went to the police, he told them that the police officer attacked him. But when they went to check the CCTV, they did not see any attack on Afenyo Makin. It means that this guy can kill his own police officer who is protecting him and tell us Ghanaians that he had traveled. So when he traveled, he didn't know what was happening behind him. The guy is a pathological, habitual liar. Removing Afenyo Makin from parliament, I don't care. Whatever they want to do in parliament, I don't care. All that I care about is that he has committed a crime. Right now, as I speak, this guy is a criminal. His docket is sitting on the desk of the Attorney General. So we need to treat him as a criminal. Afenyo Bebe Kebiano, Enise Obia pay attention to him. I expect the leadership of the NDC in Parliament on Monday morning to release a statement Sunday night to tell Ghanaians that they will be happy if Afenyo Makin stays away from the vetting because of his criminal case on the desk of the Attorney General, and that they wouldn't want Afenyo Makin to be questioning Mr. Boni because he has a criminal baggage. And I expect the majority leader to release this statement on Sunday. That on Monday, you don't expect, or he should not, you, the majority, insist he stays away from the vetting because he's carrying a criminal baggage. Simple. If Ayariga fails to do this, then you Ayariga. Alban Bagbin, you have that habit of protecting criminals in parliament. Because if you don't, you wouldn't even allow Afenyo Makin to even come back and stand in front of you and call himself a minority leader. This same guy stood before you and bullshit you and said he's walking out of parliament. You could not say thing. He said fuck you and walked away on you. We all saw it. The same people you are calling us foolish boys who are insulting, the same people you are disrespecting, we are the same people who did a dirty job to make you get to where you are. It was KT Hammond. You saw him. You see, these are foolish men. And Alban Bagbin has been entertaining his foolishness. Hey, Afenyo Makin, Jimmy O Jimmy Nina, Alban Bagbin, as so. Afenyo Makin, the Jimmy O Jimmy Nina. Hey, if this issue, so people protecting Afenyo Makin in parliament, is Alban Bagbin. I'm telling you, he is the one doing that. It is Speaker of Parliament. Or no, na so Afenyo Makin, so many Jimmy or Parliament. Mrs. Criminal case way, if somebody will protect Afenyo Makin, it will be Alban Bagbin. That is what he does. He is going to protect this criminal. And he has been doing this for years. He will come and read a long statement. Come and speak like we are all fools in Ghana. You know me, I don't take this since I started in 1932. And this man was here, and my third term, and my second term. That is what he will do. He has all the knowledge about everything. Okay, say in Chiribi Mienu, Alban Bagbin has idea about it. Hey, Parliament ha, Tokro da ha, Yewuse Kurebi dam ha, Alban Bagbin has an idea about it. So Pia Bontine now can say painting why now ominim there in Soto Alban Bagbin has an idea. But when it comes to telling these people that they have committed a crime, they should not do this. He needs to send somebody out. We were sitting here, Alban Bagbin entertained Carlos Ahenkra. After Carlos Ahenkra snatched a ballot box in Parliament, Alban Bagbin came to read 10 pages and later told him to sit there. The person who has been encouraging nonsense in Parliament, criminality, is Alban Bagbin. Because if Alban Bagbin has integrity and he wants me to trust him that he has integrity, on Monday or whenever they sit, he is going to tell this guy that I have received this document from Attorney General's office that you are under criminal investigations. I am sorry, you cannot stand before me. Please vacate your seat. We cannot listen to you as the leader of the minority. But Alban Bagbin will come on Monday or Tuesday and you will see what he will do. He will come and defend Afenyo Makin. This is a disgrace. It makes Ghana look shitty. Now, Mommy Uncle Enim. Omoja. Omoja is me from home. On say recently, today is Friday, and mechiachia. Mamwo meremwa de dokuna onchiwe. Alban Bagbin there. We are watching you. I love you. I like you. Usuba be a very, very dicey. You. Alban. Now say also be a parliament. He's not going to open parliament. That time I'm Ghana. I'm so serious. And saying so guys won't be a parliament. I'm not going to open parliament. Giddy na any points. I was in Ghana that time. You say you are not going to open. I was in Ghana that week. I came around your home. I'm not going to open parliament. Michelle Salam here. Antics the Oya Dio. Oya antics. Oh dear antics here. Number one Ghana. I will see how you treat this matter. I'm watching. I'm waiting. Father. Odonti, father. And I love your wife so much. A very honorable woman. Quiet woman. A very straightforward, patriotic woman who even at a point where no be arguing someone to me speaker or diwechi ebo hobine. I love your wife so much. No homo, no personality. But I want you to prove something to your wife that you are a man. And that you will not step out of the house pretending to be a man for these young boys to drag you in the mud. How do you feel when you go back home? How does it make you feel after these kids disrespect you in parliament? Speaker. Father. Not hey, don't stop it. Father, no, so Father, when I come to Ghana, I'll come and visit you. You know I love you and I know you love me too. Father. The day you see me, say you Kevin Taylor, you are saying some things against me. I will make sure I'm number 4. I'm number 3. I will let them jail you. Father, don't jail me. Father, don't let them put me in jail. Father, I love you. Father, do the right thing so that your beloved son, Kevin Taylor, I will leave you alone. Father, this one, if you don't do the right thing, Father, me and you. Father, Father, you come and speak English, long English, and tough for the prophet thing. Yes, I didn't the hard of no, and you know my brothers, when I was growing up, where I grew up, there was no water. We know there was no water where you grew up. And you know, life was difficult. After scholarship, we know. Just tell us the issue and stop the grammar. Father, I know grammar no what. Father. Philip is so, or Pemasa brutal. But Otumika say, hey, boy, he's a very crazy boy. You people should talk to him. Father, don't talk to me. You are my father. Father, do what is right. Father, you have entertained nonsense in parliament too much. Cut that nonsense. Let them cut it short. Stop this boys. Instill some discipline in parliament. Speaker. Kevin tell you to me, my candidate in the AGB na me change mu say or default or some deficiency bi wo ho update na onya na Windows 98 would dare we go toilet wo be dware ente sa no sere ho na me che say ho na problem no wo no. toilet fascinated ba obia oka toilet wonsa na ni age me hu obi a oka nyanchon ana toilet wonsa na why so excited. Oh, the way otumi did some kind of seriousness edi toilet ho nkomo no ebi ni ho nkomo no ba omia every time bia odi ebi ni ho nkomo bia aggression kakra wom de bia ni abre ene sere on blanket. I just don't get what he has seen about toilets, how he's so interested in the bini. Like everywhere he passes, baby obekobia, and he wants to talk about toilets. Like when people before. It's a but me aga toilet bia ma me say toilets. Ai na na me nim say language mumu for toilet de mo sa. And na say na kroma. And slay queens no. Say we shall nyonko slay queen I'm going to. Sana minim na nkesi di man kembre ai se sia de gazi I say cheese like a picture like a bowl pencil gazi na nse mu titi restaurant na say bia mo be se mo kwatwa moto a because na toilet de gazi ya mo ni ye golf we 1990 e bia be se ko mo amaboko set na be se mo kone no inta esa be se mo kone ya na maka say you want to please I want to say be nya ye nsua sign language na ye ni ma ni ko hia na so mo kone a ye hu so mo kone odwa o se ke bi krasiri into say I so open in tama what's the fast be able to into say so big no ka say there's a yum ya there's a no and shall I just serious no there's a I we are sign language no so show be no ka so there's a I say ya ya kakra I na so show be na say or beso just ya ba and me no me nyo bia makotena bruchi na makoye de makodo ti abrofo toa na maadwenem se betuma atonyom memi sei oba bia ni obetuma tena TikTok etwanwom acha me abra me makogina studio be 4 years memi nya nanta menya jimifu a sebio me na America me bonkofo apo e ka se wo fonda da bia fama me na me fankoye Instagram post memi sei menya nipa bia eye oba bia betuma tena Instagram every 20 seconds apepa eye mi studio works nyina dabi we Kevin Taylor o sa boys bi anantafo yi Jimmy omo ya nyeye anantafui oma ya de oma bia emfa ai eze Jimmy ne tare omo ho omo kwa omo dross dare omo to omo refi so mbenyini omo nyini mpo omo bongo kura na omo nam ai sa Jimmy fui oba tweet na TikTok keke no de 30 seconds twanwum na obia ye ne de na wakotena studio be 8 years na waka nkwasi asama Jimmy ho a still 4 years na koi untumi nya hit song jai na ku ho numedro na we na wo breaking out to say dey had am why kwasi asaro jai dey na we na nyanyom oba mpo onto nyo ni career oba onto nyom da oni career eba TikTok so ebe twa nyom 30 seconds man ye hit na kwasi ampanyi from one santinia wa bonyum atwa nyom still obi awuso abodam obi awuso rebis na achew jai dey wona nta jai Jimmy jai ne kuku hu ni afie wonto ye pa okura ye oso ayie we are power your yours and dance kwasi out the abroche space yana wuni anko na wonye stable biem why is that the dross no Jimmy we ananta ombra ho ase ananta uchi oto Jimmy mama chira we na nsen ye beka eyi wa ha ma charge amafo obesa Ananta otora ananta also ya rapper. One ananta ya rapper da kwasia. One ananta onkwa wonya broken heart. Broken heart ba kwa wonya ya wada ne kwasia. Wada ne kwasia. Pe toto te sa o. Utum kankan sorry a. Wadutwu nika toto. Wananta ne nam so utwanwom. Oba betena in TikTok 30 seconds utwanwom ma nya ayo obi ade. The punchlines ni bia beat like to say. Odo kwasia ne nam studio. Ogo toto abrofo to. Na waba wenya kakra coins kakra $300 also do go studio kwasia Jimmy o kan o kan oba bia ba oncha na odwane o kan amanfo no na ho kan kire the boys are not telling you o kan o sorry a memia spray gumo o refi spray na beko body odonti e man to me no wontena body odonti Jiba the body odonti. O kan de bia utwanum. Onkwa na onya broken heart. Onkwa na onya broken heart. Ananta Jimmy. Tina onanka ye juma pesika kakra. Never koye surgery now 19 no. why won nice about Freddy and Nam Chrome had care, may a rapper, Quasia. I can tell you TikTok. 10 seconds to make channel. I'm a what you cabro for 2 hours. 3 years ago, yeah. Oda Quasia got in a studio, ma, oh boy, you ma, oh, distabunipa. Jimmy Daria Undare. Kosa bathroom keke na hohoro na oba hwia ho eno so a wonye ye display gu ya ho Jimmy baby wadu umfie dui eja wadu ya nantasatwe oto eja wadu wa Jimmy ah o ken Jimmy no ro Ohio no ro New York Jimmy says about stupid dog I say straight dog Jimmy sa bro once na wanyini bro once na wanyini what Jimmy do all right moment ko enim ah pegina wanyina wa na ntaso Jimmy ho sa no and the MPP for na kofa bi aba MPP for no a omo eye Bawumia camp no say omo ko RTI right to information bill dia na omo koye omo say omo nim MPP for so omo nim they know say Brian Champon Sani ami no so ko a questionable MPP for MPP for me ko fa Brian Champon document by mu de Jimmy o mu de mo ne nwan anim preko mo Jimmy chen nwan anim preko ne atikrom ha me ho ahinti me ko fa document be kire mo say Brian Champon obu petro onye sojani Obsia can tell a boy Satan is Quasia for Jimmy na Mudi Sika. America for soldier for record to just write to them, they will send it to you. And yet you may ding. Department no just email them and say you are Simesi and that the end day you person the power your friend Brand Champon this year the birthday near omo information about. Me anga sabe ko fa na me debra me say monje na muni pa na friend Brand Champon. Onye CIA agent biya oya reserve no obu petro eno mu didi matam Kevin Taylor kwasia and the omwanka say Bawumia nkora ne say ai the Kevin Taylor kan na yampa jesia ne be ka che Ghana for say Brand Champo no nwe sojani mo MPP nyame betua moka RTI filed over Brand Champon's controversial US Army service claims. MPP for Brian Champon boys no sa adewe eye miracle aboaji na lead ye almost some person go Brian Champon ni mas because almost from titini nyina mo ni say Brian Champon na oni soja adwumam kase bia na ye reserve no wo na obu petro na onim de ya they cannot use my document and right now almost some ko RTI na RTI no mo fa ho e da court e make sure say Ghana for be hu no kure no enkwasiafo Ghana for be hu no kure no ye ni no kure da say Brian Champon wamba America military papa bia e reserve na no wo na obu petro na say na first me te say I do am say me te say Kevin Taylor America na say dem go phone to me bomb din America kra na me ka say first ye say amanfo wa kukuduro na amanfo wa kukuduro amanfo ye mema Kevin Taylor o tie sueja kwasia o tumi mani krom and okeka nkwasi asem ye ne mbema wo Ghana ne se mbema ba America enti kan mbema ba America na kan mbema ye show na kan mbema de me picture to so na kan mbema bomdin Kevin Taylor to America kwasi out in the basement Kevin Taylor ye fraud Kevin Taylor ye we na kan mo ba America no na kan mo ye the same thing na mo de Kevin Taylor picture to so our America as memaira my bro Kevin Taylor oh no na me just say first yes me wa American tina nkofo tie me wa American tina Ghana fo no bi tie me wa American tina metumi kama adwene me wa American tina me say me didi obi atem see nyina wa American Ade mema Irana, mema ni wo. E mema ni Ghana na, America ni America na. E mema ni America, me se mo di betina mema ejina court school e twi train me nim de besi okuru ba remember no remember danom kata obodi omu saman remember life a short remember na be say so onim de fa nkofo widie mu a anka oda anka obeda Kevin Taylor wa America no keka nkwasi asam so ya bema omra Ghana Kevin Taylor ntuma ma Ghana da and then mema na to Kevin Taylor ha e mema na nya mema seme I want to go to Crowway e Crowway captains wa ha e mema ba mema nchen ye de ye ma ye Jimmy ya yire na hwe ye yate ase ye ti basement yate ase ye Jimmy ne tie na nkofo hwe ye sisi obi a wa ha obi anya de ye ne bi ne nhwe mo munim bibi ohu be say amanfo nda o amanfo county amanfo omo nna wa asase we su te say beans enegu egu tray so me say asase we so ebi mo ha omo mfie ya kan egu tray so te say beans ene yi ni 11 and they all know nipa bi wa asase we so anytime ka che mo nkwara no be careful. Me see nipa bi wa omu mfie ya kan egu tray so ye hwe ni te se beans egu tray so ena no pe bia na obi ayi ba ko no da to nsuo mu yeah ebe nkofo se sene ebe nkofo se sene ewiase on ameka se mi kiro especially omo nkasa no omo ye dangerous omo nkasa no omo ye dangerous ewiase omo nkasa no omo ye dangerous me say a man for life ye hwie to say beans egu stray so ena no pe bia no ye yi baako every single day they are tunsuo mu na onim de fa man for widie mu wiase asase we so a amanfo bi omkata omani omutumi na and it will manifest slowly. Iti yesi brand the champion RTI obi MPP for led by Dennis Miracle Abuaje Oma Shadako file bibi RTI say omu ni professor potese brand the champion onye soja ni papa me the document no amensan fama mo na Mr. S Mr. P publish the document for them. And when you publish it, show them where they can also go and ask for the document. They don't need to go to RTI. Mr. S, Mr. P, publish the full document and show them the information on it. Let them email the same information. NPP, Baomianko for America, no, the same information. Email it. They will give you the same information. I don't know, Mama, I didn't sir. Me buy na mudi di matem. Mama ka kire mo se meboa mo di matem ene de mo se brand champion onye so je ni papa mate. My team will publish sa information na America for ankasa de ma me no. Na ma hwe sa information so de wo ho no. Mo follow the same instructions. Na mo musa America for no the same questions. No mo kire mo brand champion ase. Because me na meka enti enye papa kwasiafo and the Baumia se me monte brand champion to. And the Mahamudu Baumia se monte brand champion to. Mahamudu Baumia Dennis Miracle Abuaji akutie sika say and these MPP Baumia nkwara no enko RTI enko gu brand champion edi mase Baumia Mamunko RTI with all respect. You guys should not go to RTI. I have the information. Someone Jimmy in India. Information, Mr. S, can you put that information for me? Mame Fanchiromo. Namen Chiromo, the institution to go. I want their people living in America. Thank you very much, Mr. S. Thank you, Mr. S, for bringing the information in. I can tell you there. Yabi be shrabi but can you cry? Oh, rade. Information in here, Mame Famamo. Me be to su go ya na ma kire mo say monko baby say. Mo de amonji me de India, mo amonko baby. Baby a me be kire mu na monko busa, monko RTI ko eden, kwasiafo MPP fo nwan. Mame kire mo. Me de kire mo dada na mo di matam mmoa ene de mo information me de be ma mo. Me ma adwuma na easy amamu inwan before election 2024 me ka just Brand Champo onye so yeni obu petro mo se kwasia Kevin Taylor aboa manka bibia ade infantini aboa me ma me so awonani me say toguni en ko dem asem kra sei awonafo eni togufo mo bro ma me information in chiram information we dem de be chiram say Brand Champo oboa onie. This is the information. Loud silence. Yani emaili National Personnel Records Center. Archive Drive. One Archive Drive, St. Louis, and a Wohono. Anameboa. Aha. And I'll come website now. www.archives.gov. Yedi bibia be mamo. Adie we no de breme. Mo se me boa. Loud silence. Kevin Taylor. March 23rd, 2023. And I'm yes, sir, inquiry no. And I kwesi bruni edemame. American government said this is the Brand Champo. Onye any extraordinary. There was a typo. In fact, that typo, no, I even emailed this National Personnel Records Center again that there has been a typo in. I didn't send him in the show. If they can rectify it, let me see. National Personnel. Let me see my email. I want to show you that. I hope it's in there. I even emailed them and said that the information they gave me, that there has been a typo. I want them to correct. And go forward the Dima Temu Ghana. Rade. Kevin Taylor. Meba. There is a search. National. They call me email him. National Personnel. It's been a while. 2023. I'm trying to get it. I use which email? Oh, I covered the email, right? Okay. Let me go into which of the emails did I use? Okay. I need to find this for you. So after now, information we buy, you know. And I was Kevin Taylor. Statement document not by no bois. We see Omate. Now there's a document. Veteran's name, a Champon Brian. SS, that's the social security number. Request number 2-278148270015. That is my request number. MPP form kwasiafo. He, me catch them say me gumu party no. And then they moko RTI, more information way. Mama family no. Mom me chamo baby amonko National Personnel Record Center. They will give you every information about Brand Champo. Get his date of birth, get the full name, get his social security, get information just put that in. They will email you back everything you need. Until we read the document now. Oh, I'm sorry. We read the document now. Ochina could the Brand Champo. MPP over Jimmy Bruta. We read the document now. Thank you for contacting the National Personnel Records Center. We are providing the releasable military service information based on restrictions imposed by the military service consistent with Department of Defense regulation and provisions of the Freedom of Information Act and the Privacy Act of 1974. The releasable information requested, if present in the records, has been transcribed, photocopied, or combination of both in order to comply with your request. This record contains sensitive personal information which, if disclosed, would constitute a clearly unwarranted invasion of personal privacy to the veteran family, or third party mentioned in the record. We have redacted and or withheld that information in accordance with the Personal Privacy Exemption of the Federation of Information Act. That is the FOIA. 5 and USC. So some of the information they did not release. These are the ones that I can show you. They decided to keep some because Emrane more say detailed one. But the general one that you can use, you can publish, and then now the mame. So information, this is what you see. Let me enlarge it. Death certificate. say if additional information is needed, the Privacy Act of 1974 requires the written consent or signature of the individual to whom the record pertains. If the individual is deceased, we must have a written consent of the next of kin and proof of death. The next of kin is defined as unmarried widow or widower, son, daughter, father, mother, brother, or sister. The following are acceptable form of proof of death. It's your other details never brand the champion or call US military now. Apart from the vague one of the mamina, these are the things you can provide for them to give you the detailed brand the champion records. Into death certificate. Newspaper articles actually say coroner's report of death, funeral director signed statement of death, verdict, blah 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 blah. Now, let's move to what they gave me. MPP for Nkwasiafo. Adio in Bechiremu 2023. Mudi di matem. Moma Nkwasiafo be omkoti se mre. Now, this is the information. Information of the man, more information of Brandon Champions. Media mamu da. National Releasable Under Freedom of Information Act. So they gave me this because I filed through the RTI in America. They gave me this information. Mama Mojumana easy. Made a chairman 2023. Enter Masako Fabano. Now, name a champion Brian. Branch of service and serial or service number, Air Force and Angus. Date of service, Air National Guard, May 31st, 2005 to March 1st, 2009. Brian Champon was in the army from 2005 to 2009, 4 years. Active duty, into 4 years, not survey as somebody who works with the U.S. Army, right? So we are checking whether he was a reserve, and I say, or somebody who was on the ground every day. Now, baby Amoka said Kevin Taylor is lying, no, was that typo that happened, and then the active duty dates. They were going to write July 5th, 2006 to September 12, 2006. So that is what was the typo. And when the whole MPP car said Kevin Taylor is lying. How can you put July 35th there? It's a typo. I don't make these things up. If the US government, if I put these things out and they are false, I am somebody, US government can take me on because I have modified their documents. And this is what the US government sent me. So it was a typo. That 31st no, I think that they were trying to write 31st. Or something like that, and there was a typo, and then the MPP was say, "Hey, Kevin Taylor can't draw. How 31st?" We see these documents all the time. These are archives. They can type something wrongly. It does not mean say that. Until I say you people should also send an email. More MPP former court military, they can send the same email I sent. Air Force, bro. NOB canon. In July 35th, now a typo from the National Archives. You know, almost Kevin Taylor is lying because that time, you know, they wanted to create an impression that Mimi can't draw. Yeah, the document is still here. I have not touched it. I wish I could see the email I sent them to correct this typo. National personnel. I'm trying to find the email I sent them, telling them about this typo. In the MPP before Nkwasiafo who said they win, I'm saying, hey, Kevin Taylor is lying. Now, duty status, dear no mature, discharge. That means, owie the juma oye ye discharge no. Rank and grade E3. Anka watchman mua anka on so gate him E3. Watchman anka odia anka so gate him. Source of commission, not applicable. Salary, not applicable. Promotion sequence number, not applicable. Assignment and geographical location, National Guard, Rhode Island. A hoda na Brady Champo, not our Rhode Island. No, a National Guard. Brady Champo, no, a reserve. Medichampo 2023. Almost say, 35th July. Sankwasi for ya ende. Omo kache Ghana se Brady Champo nyeso jani. Entina. I am reminding you people, MPP for more. Monji se me akwara. More information about the champion. Entina ba umia suma mono. Mede mamo. Mo fankoma ba umia. They are digging each other. They know they are criminals. Omo nyina MPP for nyina ya akronfo. Ochina mo de ba umia de beba. Ochina they know ba umia. Me be read ba umia thesis or tro ya mo so oye de oye doctor. Na mo tie. Me be read ni nyina wa ha. Mr. S, get me a little bit of Baumia's thesis or Troy, summarize it with AI and text send it to me. Now I'm kind of Ghana for. The Baumia, the thesis or Troy, when we summarize it and read it to you, Ubos Baumia on your economist papabia. I will read it to you. We will summarize it. Baumia thesis. I also the PhD. Baumia, ne publications, ne nyoma or ye or so or ye doctor was at the end. Mahamudu Baumia. Now, Oba a year assignment and geographical location, National Guard, Rhode Island. Military education, J3AB2F031-00AA. Fuel apprentice school. Okochiasen yebu petro. Yes, say military education, J3AB2F031-00AA. Fuels apprentice school. Oko National Guard no bu petro da oye gawu National Guard enye soja wo National Guard any CY will pay Catholic Youth Organization the Gan Youth Association any Asante Youth the same level association National Guard enye technically enye military utifie na udidi yesi ye demonstration yesi munyina momra Monday na mombe shisha boto. Oh, in Sobia yiri wa ha mombra na mombe shisha boto. Sa military na amanfo ko na momu nkobi omotitifie no omodi bode no modi banchi omodi fufu ada. Oh, 2 weeks be oseko. Yesi demonstration si wo Michigan monko shisha boto se na be ya demonstrators ni betwem National Guard adwuma no. In so for Jamaica for mombe se nko shisha boto se na be ya Jamaica for emo no monko twin free plane mu. No mako Jamaica plane de esia no mo na omo ye de soja mu de gawo omo na mo sisa boto no ba ne champion no obu petro da. Military education no obu petro. Decoration and awards, Air Force training ribbon, National Defense Service medal, Global War on Terrorism Service medal, into Global War and on Terrorism Service medal. And then Obeka Cham say, "Oh yeah, Juma with intelligence, no." And no, a course or which matro. It's a honor Obeka Cham say, or no, oh yeah, Juma war U.S. intelligence, international war, cyber crime, and day. Sadie na Okoya National Guard. You have the privilege to take different tests. You can test on so many things. Into take advantage of the church's test me or try to catch a Ghana phone and say, oh no, on to me and can't chemo so you know because position is sensitive. Etuba Wedima transcript of court martial trial not on file. Photograph not applicable. Place of entry province Rhode Island. I want to brand the champion. Rhode Island, I want to occur for application. I want to file as the National Guard. Thank you for we nyanam. Me be catch them 2023. Now me yanko enim me kaimo. Messiah summarize Baumia's thesis for me. Information in Yana wa no some person mo try make them. Now almost say. For example, you be paramilitary. Military bonguta. Some medals so nyanya boot camp. I omoko 2 days training na no ma control a letter a test be and there's a 20 minutes near park. Get the ribbon a ball ha. I to say Boy Scout. Or by also or your intelligence CIA, and then I cannot disclose. After 4 sense, can you tell us what you did in the military? I'm sorry. Besides, go get me that part when he was answering the parliamentary the vetting committee. They were asking him, you say you went to the military in the US military. What did you do? So I can't disclose it. Hey, Brother Jambo. Oh, yeah, Aquaro. Now, documenting the last part in the mo amo pese mo ko verify by the champo the soje djuma no me kire mo kwasiafo RTI mo ko eden ho me ne etikure ne ye chenchen hene ye kire mo bia mo ko ajibifo. If you consider this an adverse response under the FOIA and are not satisfied with our action on this request, you may contact our FOIA public liaison Kevin Pratt for assistance at yes so we need the amount no and so on America almost information at the amount and shut down so on now per more for Kevin Pratt Kwesi Pratt nana and no Kevin Pratt Kwesi Pratt so kunya Pratt no way infantile my friend Kwesi Pratt, where did you get the Pratt from? Because the guy who is at the National Archives, his name is Kevin Pratt. Kwesi Pratt, hold on, my friend. Kwesi Pratt, I love for party. Kufi wayo, didn't Kwesi Pratt is Uncle Kwesi Pratt, where did you get the Pratt from? Now, Oba archived into Basa who email you ma any. Oba send phone number crash as ho. And people from Kwasiafo, but we have information on Brandy Champon. Medema ba umia. One archives drive. St. Louis. So, phone number 314-801-0582. Kevin.pratt@nara.gov. Email him. He will give you every information. Omudi matemo sa Kevin Taylor kwasia obwa 35th July, Messi Yomati. And then the move information. But we asumamo. Dennis Miracle Abuajima send the boys information in your moon following. Office of Government Information Service. If you are unable to resolve your FOIA dispute through our FOIA public liaison, what you can also do is that you can reach out to Office of Government Information Service, National Archives and Record Administration, 8601 Adelphi Road, College Park, Maryland, heya 20740-6001. And also obetumi I email you mo ogis@nara.gov, ogis@archives.gov. Phone number 202-741-5770 and 1-877-684-6448. Ni nyina echire no okwasia wa Dorothy Lathrop, certified technician. Or no, and the push movement in the brain. We value our veterans, and we value our veterans indeed. We really love our veterans in America. And all veterans watching me tonight, we really appreciate you guys, your effort, your hard work, your commitment and patriotism. America would never forget all veterans. Whatever you lost, we will make sure we protect. We will love you guys. We will guide you. We will go through the pain with you. We will smile with you, and we will be there for you. America, we love our veterans. In the Ghana for MPP for, I must say, more Brandy Champ information. Muncha week, na monfanko ye dwuma kwasiafo. Me beka kirebo, mu didi ma tem de se de binim nyansa. How did Brother Champon become a doctor? How he became a doctor. Messias, get me the thesis of Bawumia. And then Friday, well, Mome Charger, there be a debate more krum hano. Bawumia PhD in the thesis in the Mamen Kanjabo. Mahmoud Bawumia. Wow, bomb bruta. Obimba America da not Ghana discuss American sem. Udu America, obeti America say. Kwasia. Mebeka sa same way. Na mo nyampete mbatete Ghana. Kevin Taylor 35th July. Inkrase former America da. Omonti America na say. Na mabushi afọ ko muti kroma kro omonti America say. Na wo kusie. Adreba. And obedro America na mje samba ya mema sam. Yankee na waba no. America na baba na obi also di hino Ghana no opia ka to Walmart yanki no waba no kwasiafo ma mo beti abrobo ase me se mo bra no ye de egu slate so anopa bia ye beans baako. That is your life. Momia insu AI ne emfa and summarize Baumia thesis no. Baumia thesis in the AI nkwa yam kra ho. Yam bese bebrebe ye be ne simple amamo. Baumia thesis ni ne yam summarize Mahmoud Baumia. Ni thesis no hu obesiri esu. Mamen kan Baumia thesis nchiro. Summarize it for us. Yankee, oh, Yankee. Why Yankee? You will call me. Baomiati is in the Beba. Mahmoud Baumia. Or born dread. Every voice over Jimmy. Mahmoud Baumia. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia's PhD thesis titled Structural Adjustment, Economic Welfare, and Electoral Behavior in the 1992 Ghanaian Presidential Election. Baumia, I don't know ya. Also, a doctor of economics. Nane yere Samir enam Ghana gaja also ordinate economics ba. The thing is not true and also require doctor or require doctorate no any abon tofa. Mahmoud Baumia wa born dread. No more try and for economics wumpo. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia's PhD thesis titled Structural Adjustment. Baumia thesis no. Because you for now is about Baumia no try. What is about Baumia no try? Structural thesis, economic welfare, and electoral behavior in the 1992 Ghanaian presidential elections. Explores how Ghana's economic reforms in the late 1980s and early 1990s shaped voter decision during the country's return to multi-party democracy. The thing is not true. Ni fa senya Ghana for from 1992 senya ukwe cheka from 1980 senya ya economy no aboya me atoaba Baumia onim bibia. Baumia things or dear PhD them Ghana say mon for Ghana anytime we Ghana share in sano dollar the free trade could do 17. Now my men kind I can't them Mahamudu Apo electoral behavior. Electoral behavior. Baumia analyzed how economic welfare influenced voting patterns in the 1992 presidential election. Netis or Troeno or share senia and which boy among for senior to Womaba. Baumia he knows nothing about economy, or him nothing about Baumia he knows nothing. Erade. Azangwa. Now, Baumia analyzed how economic welfare influenced voting patterns in the 1992 presidential elections. He found that regions and individuals most affected by economic hardships were more likely to vote for opposition parties. The thesis used empirical data and econometric modeling to link economic indicators, that's link inflation and employment, to voter behavior. So Baumia I was saying EC chair. Baumia nango so be EC chair. Jemen se juma and nango se Jemen sa Baumia juma. Jemen sa Baumia juma. Baumia the juma ye EC juma nango so electoral commissioner. And na JA kufo bu pia Baumia say or economic weight skate Baumia with senior economy kufo so ko UK and or share Baumia na oma the lecture bi say mumu yankwasa mu kanu kore Mahmoud Baumia the juma kasansan go so EC boss. The thing is real there. The thesis used empirical data and econometric modeling to link economic indicators, that is link inflation and employment, to voter behavior. Intika Baumia ko EC bossa and ko be wu sene ya ba no ye to no and sene o message box no sene e betumi say a winner take all Baumia juma nka say EC boss juma Baumia ni so ko economist and so vice president and so Bank of Ghana. The school ko yɛ nyina na fa isi ho. Yeah, MPP aspirant now best way prep. Money debate. MPP for na mo best with the president nipa 5 nti money debate. Nti mo beje mo say money debate no. Nti mo wi am pe general mo be ka say debate o Ghana ra. Bibu say MPP for mo MPP for. Nti mo 5 aspirant now best with the party the be flag bearers no. Mo best mo say nipa 5 money debate on. Nti mo pese mo be debate. Am ye hu do nim nyansa. Nti mo nyina mo de mo gimi atete. Eni ankoto abama mo. Nti mo pese mo be debate. Nti be ne hu se mo nim nyansa. Ah? Me pese be busa MPP for. So we are not going to have a debate, right? Nti nkwasa kekasa na mo nyina maba ne ato amamo. Nti mo ntumi enye debate ma ye hu mo nyina de wagimi pa. Nti mo debate ara se mo nye debate. We want debate. We want Kennedy, Bani Champon, Mahmoud Baumia, Kentry, and Comrade Japan. Hey, what a wonderful debate. Comrade Japan said, please. My father died as a judge. You cannot leave me out. Let me speak, please. And you know, Ghana, the economic indication has shown that over the years, we were doing better. In fact, between 2016 and 2020, the economy wasn't doing well. In 2024, it was bad. In fact, I am not saying that we as MPP did not do well, but if you look at the trajectory and people who were in charge, my honorable former vice president who was in charge of the economic management team, he's here, thank you. He was in charge, and we saw a sharp decline. In fact, when you go to the Bank of Ghana, how the dollar basically wiped out the city. So I believe that if I'm given the nod to lead, I can do better because right now Ghanaians basically voted for against us, and we have never lost in such record numbers. So I believe that I'm the best candidate. Brian, I understand what my colleague, my brother, Comrade Japan is saying. It cannot be seen as something difficult to do. In fact, my time as an MP, I've been in parliament, I helped pass some laws and all that. But what I can tell you is, Ghanaians didn't really vote against us because we're a bad party. They voted against us because the people who were making the decisions when it came to our economic indicators and our economic policies are the people who basically run this party down. You know, the NPP is a party that people naturally believe in and think that we are a party of intellectuals. But when you hand the party's economic indicators, when Ghanaians believe that when parties are in power, the economy is the most significant thing that has to be worked on, and we fail as a political party to make sure that we as a party, we are able to turn things around because we were telling our opponents, the NDC, that they could not manage the economy. So as I stand here, as Brian Champon, I know what I can do when I meet people. I have my team that can change the destiny of this nation when it comes to the economy. But my friend, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, is here, former vice president. He cannot say the same because he was given the nod to turn things around, especially when he said that he has locked the dollar and given the key to the IGP. Thank you, Mr. Brian. Now, Mr. Kennedy, do you have something to say? Yes. You go for debate birthday. Yes, I also have something to say. My brothers and sisters, let us call a speed a speed. Let us call a speed a speed. I'm from Asendompim. My mother was a poor woman. Dr. Baumia and the MPP, we have all failed, but you have to understand, let us call a speed a speed. Dr. Baumia lied to the people. He could not manage the economy. We cannot sit here and look like 1.7 million gap is a simple thing that we are all speaking grammar. Where I am coming from, Asendompim, my grandmother, who is a cocoa farmer, does not understand what you are saying there. In fact, if you permit me, Ghana Sika say yeah. But and we are making it look like fine. I was an MP. I also was in parliament pushing for some things that were not supposed to be pushed for. But let us call a spade a spade. And my brother here, he basically collapsed the economy because every single person in 2016, 2020 were betting on him that as a doctor and as an economist could change things. So let us call spade a spade. Thank you, Mr. Honorable. Dr. Baumia. Oh, that's lovely. What I want to say is that You see, my brothers are all blaming me. And the good thing, they all want to take credit. Gold for oil. They are all saying that we all did it. They are also taking credit for some of the good things, like the toilets we built, and also free SHS by Boadu. Now, what I want to say is it's a collective thing. As a party, we all work together. And if we have left office, it's collective. I cannot take blame for everything, and I cannot also point to them individually, like my brother Brian Champon stealing the fertilizers. I can't sit here, he's an honorable man. I can't sit here and say that he stole fertilizers. My brother Kennedy Japon's wife was on Shippers Council. We all saw the kind of government contract that even during his campaign, he told us that he was the one selecting MPs and ministers for the government. So we all had a role to play. I cannot take all the blame. They are all part of it. We are all Alibaba. So we should exercise some decorum in here and speak to the fact. People are watching us. If you call me the whiskey, fine, I understand, but I cannot take all the blame, because if I'm taking all the blame, then I have to also take all the credit. So we all need to let Ghanaians know that we are dumb. Thank you, Mr. Bawumi. Thank you very much. Country, please. Thank you very much. So in this country, I want to say something. In this country, we all know that the education wasn't good. I have lived in California for a long time, and in the American country, people take their time to look at education and study and make sure the younger ones, they all do what? They come up. The MPP came to power in 2017, and we know in this country, what happened in this country was that the economy in this country wasn't good. Now, Dr. Bawumia, my own brother, said that he was going to change the fortunes of this country. Now, in 2017, the dollar was at 3. That time I was in the US. The day I landed in Ghana and I blinked, the dollar was at 17. So in this country, when we are talking about the economy, the vice president who was leading the charge needs to take the responsibility that this country, he's the one who has run the country down. And if the NPP has lost all these votes, 1.7, then it needs a new face. So I'm telling the countrymen and the countrywomen that in this country, we all have to come together and work together. So we will work together. Thank you, sir. Debate. Messi MPP for debate. Monye debate. Debate. Now, before we go on, near to Krumha and Nansea, President Mahama Khan say, Asma President Mahama Khan say, Aban we say, I will say be investigations into the All African Games. Into All African Games, you know, committee na eti and Ediom report come President Mahama no. Or share report him no. Sika actually Ghana no doso. Into Odama Auditor General say onye forensic audits. And one of John Mahama ni na aban kan. E ho ye behu say sana during All African Games, you know. You're spending $4.5 million on game management. Will be best here. Tags. Yeah, the tag are saying will come. Now, time I buy my cancer same way. So we are part of the local organizing committee. And I say, we nipebia, we need to win this car. You are not supposed to be worried. All that you have to do is that you sit back and you laugh, because you know, say you have not taken a dime. And you say, when they say forensic audit, the government say be a forensic audit into how the money was spent. So it means to say every money that was taken out when it comes to this event and after that event now, the forensic audit will have to follow the money and see exactly what the money was used for. It is a ujisika. Na se sasika na woji eno. You are not supposed to be talking to so much. You are supposed to be like, you know what, nothing is wrong. I've done my job. We mommy akromvu. On say it's your money from phone. On this is your man from phone. You say All African Games, you be audit, forensic audits. On to me na. Wakoji achenchina share TV a share. Omo ti radio so no almost 3 nipa. Omo twitwi nipa. Omo de omo tribe. E di dinko for them indirectly. So we stayed in the casa na all static casa no. Oh, before President Mahama Basso say wama a year the Juma Diwi e Baswa ye be forensic audit. Quick. And Okofa Brazil saga the buy. Oh, Brazil say they see Brazil or Chuma say oh Brazil time no Mahama time no Brazil see no nipe bi diska into yes you diska no problem. Into one be starting the casa. Me trawa Santini adwene. It don't say or static aside, no, yet, but man paying Mahama, you're born a basso, that is fine. Say president there, a investigation since I did with the attire, the Kai Crampo said Brazil. He wants to draw your attention. He wants to draw the attention of the MPP communicators. Say, oh, now say Brazil saga no buy no, and no cramo ye audit no, now one ye chino, now then ye better omonne. Because in Mrebi Assembly see what Brazil no, Ebian is in there until he's sending a code to a MPP for followers no. And it's Sebio Yen Yanamas Antiphone say, Mumba Akon Yebe Chimino, Intimon Kaime, Mon starting ye the day, say Mahama, end to me, and for all African games in Chime. Now Brazil time no, Brazil saga ne buy and on near Waha Yanchobia inti. He started sending the red flag and calling a SOS call from the beginning. Now, Okasano, what say? Game management system no, a media related. Yes, forensic audit nearby. Since President Kase be forensic audit, Obiambo Udin, Obianka say asimesi, where we ska. Enya wonkwa na wo ye African games no. You see a aqua way from the day I mentioned media a forensic audit on that you. Ne mama na ye shine more ne ni matwi. Inti okasa kasa no say oh obaso ka che Ghana for say contract na ye sign ye na ono ye the head of media with this the whole event no oso wan for ne ni ehu. Hey I say, all African games now, he was in charge of the media. Contract now almost signing, you know. On the department, on us a media na or head, you know. Contract now signing and we will be that. One for the Nicosia, how can you enter a plane and tell me, say, unkuta tickets and a way to my body plane, no? And you tell yourself, say you have not committed a crime. We commercial flight mo kutuka. Ukuta paper na odi name one fan any immigration officer, one fan any custom officer. Udi ni name one na the plane na first class. It's either you are a terrorist or one kasa no udi boni a upesa ukodi. Enya kwansa utimi a fine na ukofu plane. You will be asking the people you are going to for you to head all African games media and you tell me you don't know your job description. Because let me tell you, when you are signing a contract, you share a juma or somewhere as a media department. They are somewhere any day ni somewhere. They are moya efa kwemu any they are moya emfa kwemu. Nyomebia mo hu kwan somewhere any nyomebia muni hu kwan somewhere. That is why you are the head of the media. Into Obia or Shawa Sibiano, they need to be taking instructions from you. Into as the head of the media, Obi $2 million say, or the cock Abubulushaba. What does the contract you are working within say? Does it allow you to look on for the person to take the $2 million away? Or the contract tells you that nobody should have access to the money that has been given to the media department. So you can't tell me, say, you took such a big job without seeing any documentation. And I say, if you didn't see any documentation, were you given an appointment letter and were you given a salary? Did they show you a document that this is how much you are going to be paid? But we didn't show you what kind of job you are going to do. Tieno. Or say on who contract biya. But can you show us your appointment letter as the head of the media and how much you were going to be paid and what kind of job you were going to do? Did they give you an appointment letter? You go to jail. Some me catch them be 8 years. Now TV so did matem indirectly mo cheche and I ubedem. Whoa, ubedem. Come and publish your appointment letter, your role, your job description, and how much they were paying you for the All African Games. How much were you paid? If you didn't see a contract, did they give you an appointment letter or you were working for free? Ubedem. Ana mumuji say Jimmy Ong. Now, Okasanana kusie na ono so sha ho no ka say hey na usiwe hu bibia hu contractor na wan je sole unim sole technically a jargon you use for journalists or bribe a sole. Whatever money you take for covering an event, you have taken bribe. Remember, Mundada says sole is for transportation. No. Over America, you just sole. When you are sent to cover a news or any event, that media house you work with, they need to provide transportation. They need to make sure you don't get influenced by wherever you are, especially when you're covering an event. Send your report will be there, it will be unbiased. Who said out there what was now one just solid. Also says solid there impress. It is a impress in $100 million amajedi. Mewa. Na mu refu say impress solid no a Ghana sika. And can you tell us who took Solly and how much they took and how much you? And I say, "Ura piece of 20." And from the way you are talking, it means say Sikagu bo obag okamu and a radio station. As well as not saying now I'm energy 10,000 Ghana. They now we no. Do you have documentations to prove it says Solina Utia? No, it actually did the job it had to do. And you can't tell me, say, you have money sitting in your car and you are giving it out in the name, say, come and cover our event. No, that is why a forensic audit is being done. We are chasing the money and what every single money did. Did it benefit us or some of you guys stole the money? And then the forensic audit number. And when it says Sole a impressor, impress in free neba, impress a nipa, a sika, and a watamegu car too. And now the amount nyonko for enti say solene $2 million a dear juma na solene ye who gave the authority for that money to be used as sole. And I say the media department almost $2 million to us say facheche. So suddenly obe explaining game management system actually suddenly but he knows nothing about the contract. You don't know anything about the contract but you know what game management system is. So who paid for those things that is entailed in the game management system? It is the money that we are chasing. You as the head of media, game management system, show us, how much budget was given to you? Because I don't think that you being the head of the media, you were not given any budget. You were given some money. Now you are telling us that there's something called game management system. You are telling us that about biodata. You're telling us about information, customs, we get it. So if you know game management systems, then it means a budget was given to you to make sure the game management system at the end of the day, it works. So the question we are asking you as the head of media, were you given a budget to take care of game management system? And I say now we need. Now, say I'm out a whole budget to handle the game management system, which has everything in it. You can say, accreditation quite 4.5 million also on TSC. Which parts of you as you being the head of media, which part were you given a budget? Because you have been able to break down game management to us. You are talking about biodata, you're talking about accreditation, you're talking about a website. Were you given a budget for a specific thing? How did you get money to work? The money that was given to you, now to become radio station, where did it come from? How much were you given? And I solicit can go the amount. Now that solicit amount, which management system did it fall under? Waka some game management system. It entails this. So now you're head of media. Into head of media, you're more budget kesiye. No. Now, whatever you did inside the game management system, were you given some budget to take care of something? And I said no. Into juma now you're in your mouth kebia. You join Agrada. I'm telling you. Obe join Agrada. Contracting the unim, but unim what game management is. So at the end of the game management, the new woman then to me juma. Yama kapra nye juma biya. All that we are doing is we are following the money. The money that was given to you, did you use it for what it has to be done, used for? That's all. And then the baby got a piece of me, and do be atom so be a Jimmy, or be a criticize you, be a quasia. Where is Anekasa? Mona number 2 the attempts at the radio so edicas in Cofatum, and the Wabatan radio so Wabasa set Wabasa set buta handle. Oh, buta, you so what is a buta? Wabasa set buta handle, I bet now say game management system. Over that die. Now just say Yankola. Over such as a Jumano in your Jauka. Yamos keep your for a Juma. What's my catcher say when it comes to a solid Sikagu cow to Utum the Sika be physical cash co baby. Not 100,000 also to you end up paying 40,000, not the 60,000 a call. Why the mouse our budget no? Who are you? Ube demo. My lord, lawyer Kutajine. Please, my lord, I am sorry, my lord. What the Peace FM, Obia Kwasia, Obia Jimmy, Yantiasia, Bibisha Bebuffo, Media Ghana for Jimmy, oh, the sad, now what dem, Ube dem. Mamencho, accreditation now almost spending 4.5 million. So let me show you the accreditation. Accreditation, Dankokuya Boa, and in the group, we spending $4.5 million. They be near Ube dem wo. What the Tanahona ye angwa na tina ye we comedian ube dem simple kra or rebel ho unimo ube dem ube bo nsem ye kaka na obedi atam ye jimi ubu ofu wa basa sanchine boto ubu ofu ube dem or rebel ho ada ye wo ma menchiro game management system na wa be gina say omo ye accreditation ma menchiro card na omo ye let me show you the card tax no omo ye no tax endru 15 Ghana. Bakumpo nuwa endru 15 Ghana. This what am I also putting up here? Tax. Where did they go? Yes. Oh, I picked the wrong thing. Sorry. All right. My team just sent me the tax. I'm also fan on Sunny upon. Why once angwa mo na Ghana onwa. Whoa. Tell catch them. And number 2 na mo share a beach na mudi atem. Kwasi afọ jo mahama na amo musika ube dem ma rebe ho. Wo. Hwe tax no mo ye ni 4.5 million tax ni. Ade no mo ye de ma mo ni. O say a card embedded you say omo the chip asheb tax ni. We no mo di $4.5 million on. Why saying Debia no want to say ochen bronya froye why saying angwa woni nim angwa woni tiri ho ne nsan why saying Debia wo bright why say angwa mo ase e na nkwase ase no matena radio so di sa boys we e di mahama tem indirect omo tena radio so no mo sre mahama kwase ampanyi betuma be di president tax ni o $4.5 million. And the busa was a tax, no. Masa sika also ubuofu. Wabasa se fula bottle. Ubuofu. And we sit here and we entertain these people. Oh my dear, tax renew. We no spend 4 point. Omode oh my na esoso no. And no bogesa omko Germany anko ye na omode so omo jeans no. Eno no omode so oh esro de no. De so jeans so no. Omo tutu kwatie no sankofo no omo key holder ni bi no de source mo boga for mo dis dof ne eye Cologne ne eye Berlin for boges no sa dade na yede so ene no mo de so eye ne small mo $4.5 million obetena TV so catch a game management system wo te brofo chen wo ni book chen obi wa obodu fiance ele wo nyo rubber abetina ka say game management system ye jimi yatia ubedem and efa aye president Mahama ene na ban eba mu aye president aye ewiem hyen a the president no etukwan and the aircraft has to undergo a leak test of the fuel tanks, a third engine ground run, painting of wing, lower panel, and finally an acceptance flight will be performed. The Falcon 900EX aircraft will return to Ghana after all the necessary tests. Inti ende a year Ernest Broja Jemfia or year deputy defense minister akasa na ne kasa mu no say ewimhyen ana ewimhyen president eyusu ende me no kasa akopie France abrochime mu a France fo a omo nimde efa plane insisi mu no omo ACC plane no na plane no omo hwa nyoma bebre wo ho a asɛe na saa nyoma asɛe wo ho no omo de akɔ plane fitem of France a omo edi saa dwuma no American shows a plane ejira ne naso na sebio omasade aba na president etumi asatenem inti ende defense a deputy defense minister Mr. Broja Jemfi NS Broja Jemfi ene de saa asɛm atudwa inti we Ghana na wutiemi a sei ene wo sɛ ye nyina yeboa na yemfa mpaebɔ entai aban ne chi na sebio wiemhyen we a aban ka kyerɛ sɛ na ɛho aka na emom ende me no ka sei saa wiemhyen no akopie France and ye di hudwuma ye siesie na omo de ba sebio president no ebe sign afo e di ne dwuma nti we any asam efiri aban mu aba also ye nyina no ye den ye ma ye di edi akire na ye hwe mra den plane beba na sebio we Ghana ni a also ma sasem we ehiawo if you say eba president na kwentuo ne ho bambo any safety ni ade a also ye nyina no ehia ye if you say ehyan a president betin metu kwan no ade bia sebio say yambo ho modern manan gina ne na so anye ye at the end of the day any bad incident be besibia no ebetumi abeha oman no enti na ende defense minister Mr. Broja Jemfi aka kire say ye nyina ye nya abotre na plane no omo de akɔ France a omo den ACC plane no ene ko edin me ko even bia me pa even bia sisi a mutwai kakra be 10 years time now and the same na me ko even na bra mi brei asem da ho a wo se nipa dwodwom afna nipa ye ene urade moa ene ye kyekere ene panyina wajimi panyina wajimi na panyina na jimi ne ye tenetere na wo se an panyina di nkwasasem a na ye fa sebe ene ye pese ko heaven wo hu heaven da ye dwodwom wa ha ye heaven ye wo mu na mo a mobusuani ene Africa Michael Jackson ede nkwase ade no ede jimi no enti Africa Michael Jackson oda mochre wabo konwuro no munnim nyanza se yemfa konwuro ntina mochre na moti Ghana ni jimi otena ne nam ha ade beti ne nam ha ne ewura court na kwase bi ye Facebook live na moti TikTok ede pa na mo pe every Africa Michael Jackson ho ade na mo jimi sa enti afunu no yemfa mbra na monke kan wi ana no jimi ana se ede se nipa ewu nipa akanchini egu daddy Lumba daddy siso twa punk oyi sweat obokonro ena osabo aswaswa last one ansana owu papa she frigima wabokonro she frigim yemfa konro ntina frigim anamun steady ye yembo konro entina mochre na mo abusuafo no jimi nti na maame mpanifo enkokora emum besiriwa embabaawa na mo sori a na we mu nam ha ye ntia ase we ye mpene so na daddy Lumba enenko ja $100 billion to what they chenka mu nyina mu kuye sika papa ben na daddy Lumba ja to wo sika papa ben de mu ye nyina eyie nsa nti na mu jimi mu ho saa eyie nsa ye mbo we mfama we ena we nkoji we ena ye mfa envelope we ma we ena mu nyina mu nhia ye wa ha mu wi a mo sa akọ Germany akọje nkwase sika ehun jimi ni de ekoso nyina na me Germany for president oba Ghana na em was one for the Lumba anko Germany president oba Ghana yi na me besa me ka John Mahama ka chene say Mr. President, it is good that you are here, take Lumba away ya bre edien Lumba oja 100 billion sika be ya na Lumba o Lumba kapre mo mego sie papa ina na ho nto no ena mudi jimi ena German for president so bela ntina ntikro banchire jimi ono so anka se obeso di Lumba ko ka papa betam Lumba ena kom ko sie le school park so e o Germany a kan ko asese mo nyina so atwa ena yete ya ma Africa Michael Jackson boko wuro she frigim ni hu ebusuafo mo jimi se da de Lumba ebusuafo da omo dwa Kevin Taylor we didi atam mo fa mo jimi nkoko te be hia mo mi hu ebusuafo mo wiase a asase we so omo jimi chen Lumba ebusua da Hey, na sanka sika kwa na mo pair. Muntumi ember together at a point and become one and take the money from us. Mo jimi papa. Say sika nti na mo ye we a. Say japade nti na mo ya. Mo fa mo differences nto nchen. Na mo nyete say de mo kan bom. Na mo magye yensa no mo cha wia na masa akon mo jimi. Na mo ye plan mo ni mana. Eni bre boni nti nipa ba ko pepe so ogi sika nyina. Ye nyina ye nim eye ba da bia ye ko ntokwa wo fie because ye sika nti ne de ntokwa na to ne agi sika no. Ensa twen bronya ba ye ba be di sika yi. Mama ye di bronya wie na ma ye nsie no before bronya ye di bronya wie ye yamba wo. Obie ni oba be yi sika be bon sa me ka kire mo mu jimi no. Kakra na wo ye ho no. Se mo bo careless na bronya ye nsie no before bronya. Na ye de sika no ba fie ne ye be di wie ne ye de mabusuafo a mema jimi ni bia meka say ne yamba Lumba yie ene yamba Lumba yie because January no ye ni sika ye de be kwa yie. Enti munja jimi no na mo miensi akwa no before 10th December ye nsie Africa Michael Jackson wie a enwie 10 December ende muti ate ye be campaign tie yie no enti munja jimi no ye nyenye nkwara o ebusie bi eyie si antokwasi but ebusuafo no nim nyansenti ntokwa ne sia no maka no dem wo de for now no mom ye nyina nhia na ye sign treaty na ye gigi nkofo no nsan ne nyina wi a ne asako eno ano no plan na da ho no na we nam ha jimi na we nam ha jimi ena we na ye we nua ena we na ye we busua ena we na we ena jimi 24/7 ena bogese obugu aburuchiri a omuhu fin especially Germany foi obobo 2 hours obi ani Germany obo oye 40 hours a week obi ani Germany oye juma 40 hours a week ena omugu Germany ho ena jimi anopom sorry a ogodwitwi toilet ba 2 hours na obeso Facebook live TikTok na I say moa bobusu efie kura mutumi si ya o discuss that the Lumba yie odwan ena Germany foi eyiafo ma enkurasefo eguo enama ba adan a obi di hie wu ya na enim nyanse ya discuss yie adan na mo jimi sa since ya wo me hu abusuafo o mo jimi say chen that the Lumba abusuafo me ka bibia me hu bi da me wie mo wi am ko di matam emfa me ho alright e begidwem e de na ekoso a ene Ghana no ensama e bebre wo ka nse be do bi ka bibia kire Africa Michael Jackson waboko road amochire mo de musu mo jimi mo ka wona nipa bi di matam no mo jimi papa mo jimi say enso nkronsuo me hu abusuafo mo jimi say da me be say me di matam ne ya mo ya because de mo de ya legend na ya me ya Africa Michael Jackson aboko road da free gym ena mo di mu jimi ne ewura himfia ha ne ewura court ha na nipa bi gina ha ya TikTok ya de den inti muntumi husua nyansa say ye ne ye bebo nsa no ye di sika ne brɛ mo nkɔ dem nkɔ hye dem nka say okay sisi an mo menja ntokwa ne nkɔ gi sika ne wie ye bebo nsa ama mo ye ne sika ne ye de brɛ mo na mo di mu jimi ne na mabɔntene na Africa Michael Jackson e hye free gym ye boko road hye mo kyere ye boko road tena free gym ehina ko hu se aboko road hye free gym ehina akɔti bi mo papa no edi yaw e wo free gym mo ma Africa Michael Jackson enu no ho se obeya santini ba mo ma ne nu no ho se obeya santini ba saa nyama we bi na mo ya na nipa bi kasa monim mo asantefo ni bi saa nkurase nyama we na mo ya na nipa bi kasa monim kyese e kire mo hu funu na mo beyi abete na mo mu bi mo jimi abete e kire mi nua no asantefo ni bi mo hu funu obi tumi ko school a konya PhD ohu eyiye pe na wa jimi fo mi nua no asantefo ni bi e kire mo hu funu na mo jimi abete na obi Pivela na obi Adani Van Dam na obi Adani Bruce Lee na jimi ede na ya na efunu ya mo efunu obi ewu no aya na eno ya mo de yin e ma mo mfie ko anim ana mo asantefo ni bi ade na mo pefunu sa aya na mo kekari ana mo ye bofro nko a mo twitwa nipa na ntigu so mo ade na mo bi mo agimi sa ana mo bi asantefo ni bi mo agimi sa eyie obi abone bra abone nyoma wo ne ma wewu munko sie no adane jimi ni Bruce Lee nsam adan mini anoma santefo ni bi mma nipa bi ekasa mani sa ewiase be bie ni wa yesoso funu sam asantefo mo bi mo wi funu te say snack mutumi ko school nya wiase nyansa nyina ye boy yesu pena school na yira na eye jimi na bete mumubi ade na mumubi ana eye tumi jimi musa obi asantini ba bi tumi ko school odwa obubu ofu kebe di asantifa ha jimi ko no am kama asam asantini ba tumi ko school nani ate otumi mu bibia o wiase obeho no akwanyem o yiase anye ko ye no na frimpon de of Germany aba wako school o wiase nyina o aketesia asantini ba wako school o wiase tumi kabrofo eni bibia odu yiase pena ne jimi abete ai wa wonim na me hu frimpon ache enti etwitwa akakra no akwanyem jese mu de mu hu eyi a na ma se petuo eyie mu petuo nipa de wu owo ma owo abusua munja omo no mum chichi na me hu abusuafo mo jimi se Lumba abusuafo da mo asantefo no mu bi na mo ma nipa bia no tia mo me hu tribe bia wo Ghana omo so funu so te se moda efunu eche nka se obi awu na mo asantefo no mu jimi abete yenti ase nipa na wu adenti ne yenko sie no won fa konwuro hye fridge na obi abo konwuro sharp na odi hye fridge enya Ghana nko awo brabro chire behwe utumi ti sese Ghana ni biewu oyede ni oyo kroboni oyede ni oyo we oyisremni we oyede ni we oye bununi obekọ yie no na simple enuanom asantefo wa bro chire nya yie a na mo de aponche na mase urade yakopo mumu bi magimi ya kana mubu ofu mutu so funu efunu so mo wi funu say efunu no say emamu some kind of confidence bi o say yie mamu confidence o say emamu ye nipa chen o che say efunu eyie ya bewi ada adie na mo asantefo ni bi mo pe adetira mu eyi a na debusua wo wiase nyina yira na eyi jimi na pai to miminim papai wa yedi obeya ma Ghana da Africa Michael Jackson wa bo enyom wa bo reggae wa bo high life wa bo gospel edie na Lumba nye daddy Africa Michael Jackson and the konro sha fridgim wa hu se the konro asha mo kire da bena mo nkwasiafo ya mudi wa ya moya mo ho ye ne Lumba ebusuafo da bena hu se the konro sha mo kire wa hu se the konro sha mo kire da konro ya dida mo kire mo hu bi da mo teti ni pasei edie nsam no edie nsam funu no ya kamo ni mana mo buofu enso mo mu bi mu ndi asempa nipa ewu onyame agene kra body na aka no ene wo se respect body no ankwasiafo na konro da fridgim daddy abokonro chesia mochiremanfo na chichire mama mochiremanfo achichire konro na daddy fridgim munim nipa nsi bia na o appreciate ne ho appreciate ne konro daddy mfa ne konro ndi agro otumi bontekuma miensa baako haba onfa ne konro ndi agro enkwasiafo na mama daddy Lumba de konro hye fridgim Africa Michael Jackson na mu de mu Jimmy to wo se mu yebusuafo adena mu we efunu ese binima mu we efunu a ade wansra hwe de Jimmy o TikTok ye ne support we ene ye de ewe mufo ena m se die na mu benya momenko enim ye be show wedwa ene ayi sa presidential jet way the deputy finance minister kasa or say presidential jet no sa plane we dada wo ache ene de om de kopie fitem e wo Germany na de obahu ni say na taban no ebubu enye se tufa wiem a wanhwe na taban ne ba ko betu ahira ena mame nchechirem omo si paint ni nyina awe na ache plane na wiem na e chicha paint na de paint jet no defense minister say awe na ache 81 plane no ataban no wanhwe a enam wiem na etu ahira 2 engine no plane sifuma na ye gigim engine no Ade be friend mount engine mount ene na engine is so ni nyina adwodwo enti nyame mpe bone plane na wiema na engine netu your friend engine mount enti a ground pe na engine wo so eno so problem wo ho o say wings no plane na taban no o se ni miadu nyina ayemre I said that obi okwahye for trotro just say plane to na ye say etumi tu yira o say bibia your friend no lower panel asia no de abo asia no almost plane no na ye da I say VC10 Ghana Airways na ekodu abruche na etuma ba biom no the defense minister deputy eka nyina ne say o say plane no sa anyoma nyina mo ye wi a ansa na abrofo entiesia no e plane fitem e France oba France your plane omo fitem ho ira kwoti plane fitem na esia no say omo ye sa anyoma nyina ewie no also tell us a plane we ye no kwane ho kwame nkroma ache tete first pana natural geography for na yusu na omukọ Kenya na omukọ twa emwa no zebra no omdwane enti we bi na no omukọ twa zebra enti na msoro a enti plane we ya anye se di pantrem na ye di twa ponko osono ne ade wo wurem ena ye ba ya na ye beto ye se presidential jet enti defense minister say plane be bi eduru de nyoma we nyina oso ye ataban ye engine ye painting ye wia ansa na teste o say se sia de ekosoro no intimidate the meeting can say yen town plane and yen to fufro say a top presidential jet fufro na it does not belong to President Mahama, it belongs to the Republic of Ghana. So I would say yen pesi beku ye president na say a sack of a plane we be say a president in tinimwa na yen yanka say ye pesi ye ku ye president no. So let us be fair and come together as one people. In fact, the NDC needs to go to parliament and tell Ghana for say getting a new private jet for the president is a necessity. We need to buy a new private jet for the president. And you see, Yana said, Nipa be Jimmy to the point to say, Nancy a helicopter cut off from no. Now, these same people here, MPP for say, look, these are old machines, these are old helicopters. Me will say MPP for the post to be about say, sa plane no Mahama na koto ye helicopter na koto from no China for de na nye enkwasi afo say e koto papa, and we need to buy a better one today. And I believe say I was said the government of the day gets rid of this plane because Adewe is a death trap. Plane na taban ye, plane na the painting ye, plane na the engine ye, plane na start testing and send about plane way a death trap. And I will advise the President of the Republic never to get on this death trap. May I advise the President of the Republic? It does not matter the tests. Sa plane way at the sala to be a kwashi trotro akofite maba. The abeya na beye and a man and a light yi inside seat no in sota a sunny womb. Ujimi awenya titanos. Mr. President, you people, your cabinet should sit and get money. Yen kope sikani yen fanko top presidential jet a ye modern. Adie way ache. We don't want the president to die. Say ye Jimia. Ye tuminya sika di yen semhunu. Yen tuminya sika to plane papa ma president interim. And the president is borrowing flights and a plane from his brother to fly on our behalf. Where Jimmy? Ghana for Jimmy? Why should our president be borrowing flights, plane, or our president be joining private public commercial flights? Sikabe neni Ghana. Yen to me fan to a new presidential jet. Ye to jet in the for Mahama dia, Ghana dia. Mahama every president this wa on tamo fan continue krum bole boy. So in fact, we need to petition the government that the safety of the president is important to us and that we need a new private jet. He is the first gentleman of the land and we need to do everything to protect the president of the republic because president we debia or ye jumamaye and we need to protect him. So we need a modern plane that is bigger and better. What do you say plane way enye ejuma? Do you know the Falcon? They don't have a system whereby you can be in the Falcon and be working on a laptop. Do you know that? It does not have it. Do you know it's a Falcon? Ultima, president cannot place a call to Ghana. Do you know? Adewe a zoo near the National Geographic for when I normally use to edit Dimponkwechi or Kenya. Ain't I would suggest, and I am going to push this. We need a new private jet for the president. The president of the republic should not sit. Sa plane way. President Tinemua, ultimately use a laptop, ultimately yejuma. The moment you sit in this plane, only area say any contact BM. Plane way, ebe to me ako baby and that president onim the AC or Ghana. I am telling you. Omo musi omunim plane way. Omo pa soldier for the first specs in the betray. This 900 EX, and then Menoka say, "Sa plane way, any those modern equipments woman say a tour president bet me be a laptop, aye juma, aye make a call, a be nim. Now way, any ko 4 bars difference be the Sa plane way, any ko 4 bars difference be the woman, and they at Ghana. We are still taking this nonsense plane to France to repair. Do you know how much we are spending to repair this nonsense? Why are we doing this to ourselves? I don't need to say something. Yet now, Kroma plane yet, and actually take advantage and or dear new plane. Sa plane na ekufu the current no, or lazy plane no, and na odi esike tia. Today it is for ekufu the nebusiafo. This president is not going to do that. Or say, yamfa Ghana for sika ni yamfa koto plane, yamfa ma Ghana. Nipa bia jimi nti omadwene am say to play na mahama betene mu de enyanka mahama nkotena we mu. Mr. President, don't ever board this fucking plane again. This stupid thing, don't sit inside again. Unless you don't care about your life. Do not sit in this nonsense. You will die. This thing, it is not a plane. It's a death trap. Sanka Ghana kwa anke wo 2 planes and can change for the president and the vice president. Yet Ghana na nkwasiasam. Yesuson kwasiasam so. Mr. President, the government of the day, the majority leader, you people need to go to parliament and insist we buy a new plane for Ghana. Next year, by January, we need to be discussing a new private jet for the president of the Republic of Ghana. We need a new presidential jet. Adewe, a new plane. President Nitrimo Obowu. All right. Now if you go there, you go. See the amount of gold we have at the Bank of Ghana. Right now in Africa, you need leading gold. In the world, we are set. We cannot buy a presidential jet for our president. Your priority in the day. John Mahama betwaso. John Mahama also a president. John Mahama his safety is important. If you cannot prioritize the president's safety, and I say Jimmy. Ekufuado we prioritize his safety. Oka say all twin jina plane move. Ekufuado achichiri we say all twin jina plane we move. Emu etia. We got foolish men in parliament to defend Ekufuado's decision. Nanado danko Ekufuado. Udi nisi kurabemu a ebeyi. Ono kura ka say plane we emu samano Ekufuado. Kuraba green ni bi kese ni bi. Udi Ekufuado sima obekom. Nanado danko Ekufuado ka kire mo say sa plane we onkom. Ono ni kotodwe tisa akokoba no ono ka kire say ono ultimate na plane we mu. Why are we still keeping this nonsense? Ekufuado rent jet every hour, millions of cedis. Na and the president bi aba na yankoto new jet a ejimi for someone tiasie. Mr. President John Dramani Mahama, don't sit in this nonsense. This is a death trap. Let them keep it there in France. Let them sell it. Die benye free mu bia no. Let us do what? Let us add some money to it and buy a new private presidential jet for the president. This place should not come back home again. This is crap. This is nonsense. When we start playing muda, and we are tight chain bibia. Playing with bathroom nim. Uko Johnson ache we say. Uko Johnson ache. Ekufuado achichidie we kura mposo ono nkom. Na Mahama ne bekom. Ekufuado achichidie we. Oni say playing with Ekufuado yere. Any Ekufuado omo so nkom. Ekufuado se onkom, Ekufuado oso onkom. Na Ekufuado nkom a Mahama ne bekom. Enti ende makano kra na kire mo. Mopa mumusa parliament. Say mumusa se plain way. Say wutimua as the president. Can the president communicate with Ghana? Ebinim. Can the president work whilst he's on this flight? Ebinim. You cannot sit on this plane and be having a cabinet meeting. You cannot. President ain't meeting any cabinet in Kasa. Ebinim. That plane way. Eni sa adi enibi. Airbag wo plane way mu nyina say. Airbag ne wo mu nyina say. Airbag ne nyina say. Some airbag a tubano, the nose oxygen mask, and I say, plane, a pilot in airbag, and I say, oxygen mask, I say, toilet, I say, I deal with a bola. Me see, play with oxygen mask. So I did a pia banana, show him, baby, uber, play way. The moment I beggar see a coo, no, I say no, way uber. We want the defense minister, the deputy defense minister, to come to parliament and brief us on the specs of this plane. You'll be shocked. Wouldn't year on year plane with Mr. P, get me the year. Namen Chiromo. Plane where titi plane. We are not even supposed to be allowing people to be sitting in this thing. Uko Mexico, yet the swag cocaine. Ekoton would inform. I am telling you. Uko Mexico, cartels no one. We be no the cocaine, trot, the call Florida, no Sandy Aba, a ton zero inform. You shoot it to my inform. I deal with a baller, yet the cocaine will Mexico. And then a cartel for another transporting cocaine. Way any 207 difference in him, Sadia way for bus difference in him. Mobayan ton, Nayan top plane for fro. Now we have 1974, not 90% of Ghana for young woman. 1974 the year played way. You were 2025. Open president na the full way. Nana the danko kufu adu crying to be no so on him. John Mahama or young name him. You play way 1974. Tete specs. It is iPhone. It is Nokia 3310. Way and then Nokia 3310 difference in him. Big. Sadia way and I'm with him say president in the team. You people should not bring this nonsense back to Ghana. Let it stay there and sell it. And let us add some money to it and get a new plane. We can lease a plane. We can lease and pay it over time. We are not supposed to sit here and say, thank you, Mr. S. My mention specs, plane phone pa. We are not going to let our president sit in this death trap again. 2003, and Omujai plane way year. 1974, we no. The year 2003, Omujai plane way year. Adebia ni we play we mwa ebi wo wiase biem. I'm telling you, ni nyina obsolete. Yenye biem. Plane full we na yeda hote ho. Ghana's presidential jet, the diesel Falcon 900 EX Easy, was part of a model line introduced by Diesel Aviation in 2003, with production continuing through 2010. The Falcon 900 series itself dates back in 1984. 1984, but the 900 EX variant came in 1996, and the Easy version enhanced avionics system was launched in 2003, featuring a digital cockpit based on the Honeywell Primus Epic system. Because I said, when you have a when you have some and actually, I check. When you know, at the same time, so so management system. Then my obwa, my credit, my a tag on $4.5 million a day. Now, Ghana acquired its Falcon 900 EX Easy in 2009, and it officially entered service July 2010. Yet to plane in 2009. 2010 a coffee plane now a quarter 2009. Kofo koto aleche kofo ko kuro no kan say planes na onu kofo ro nam no ni koto dwetinti we plane wo bekom plane na che 2009 e to plane no July 2010 na plane si fitebu kofo koto tro traba kofo wakodia no agine share osemo fakoma nkosafo we ono lie ben so no odi ewuo emfa no ho ono watoto ka esi fom okwayi a na watwika akokuma ase no akwayi akohu ne mpra no no asaba kuma ase kofo le koto sa ade we na play we pentima mento asai kwa matai no yetutuo time akofo koto ne yetutu play man tai yehu be bie wo na jack ene eye cement ne de sisi ase ena akofo se we na mpe me nkofo de jimi Autumn 2009, 2010, COVID. Ghana acquired its Falcon 900EX Easy in 2009, and it officially entered service July 7th, 2010. So while it's not brand new, so while it is not brand new, it is still considered a high-performance executive jet with solid avionic and long-range capability. Oh, boy! And yet, that plane, that. Mr. President, we have so many planes here. This one is the new one. This one is an advanced one with supersonic engine, digital transmission. It can go up to 38,000 feet. This one costs this amount of money. It's very, very expensive. It can last for 28 years to 30 to 40 years. Mr. President, we have this one too. It's another mini supersonic, very good. It has capacity of 62. This one too can run at a distance of 33,000 feet. Very, very strong plane. Very modern, supersonic, digital assessment, ranging, aerodynamic, circular engine. So, okay. And I bet you also, what am I? This CJ is your not playing on anybody. I go for the brand of fucking South Falcon. AC plane garage on AC Chile. And I'm sorry, Mr. President. The third one is called the ELS 7730. With this one's a marvelous performing. I said, please, what about that one? Barney said, Mr. President, concentrate. I said, no, that one, the one back. And I said, which one are you talking, Mr. President? Oh, the one with the blocks, and they're not the tie the tuna. Yeah, the block as hazard. I didn't go for so pay. I didn't go for. Oh, yeah, papa. I brought food the tongue and I'm also bet. What to the near go with about Kubi, ya pack back with the tie too. I said, what about that one? And also, Mr. President, that one is basically an old plus. Okay. But my people, we are not many. We are just 28 million. So what does it do? So it can fly. Also, can it fly? Also, it can fly. It can fly. Mr. President, this one can fly. So no problem. So no. Mr. President, this one, all that you need is to share this way. If you got this way play, don't hear this way share. This one is gasoline. If you need gasoline to move. And so Ghana can use, Mr. President. So this one is cheap. Oh, this one is very, very cheap. I want to go share assistant anyway. Hey, then this one is good. I want to go to be a question in Bray. Play na check. Want to kill baby na to play papa mla. Mr. President, kufono no. Yeah, come papa chere no yi ni. Mr. President, this one is good. Supersonic LE 7000. Also no, I don't like this one. This one LE 77,000, 67 seats. No, I don't like this one. Mr. President, this is the newest one from the United States government we just received. This was made just 3 months ago. Okay, now to tune ni. What about that one? Who there for? I go for slide. Already for. What about what? We play for some. What about that one? I want that one. It looks palatable. So, Mr. President, that one is for my son. It's actually a very old plane. That one looks very, very good. You see, my people, they are not people who can see the difference between a good plane and a bad plane. So, if you can talk to your son to change the Falcon and give us this one, we will like to buy that one. You see, in Africa, it is not suitable to have a plane where when it's not palatable, people will start talking. And then the son in your man call, and I say, okay, open ball and 2009 or 2010, a plane say, yeah. Mumusa Mosa Kufo free power time bang, Kufo free power year bang, Kufo top plane in this 6 months a plane is saying no free power. Wakoto force abremo. Kufo top plane in 2009. Messiah, do the maths for me. Kufo be the president year bang. The year better Kufo be the president. And a year better Kufo top plane. And a year better Kufo free power. Kufo free power 2010 January. And I'm a now plane on 2009. 2010 July the call ya de call plane ko fitem. Plane na Kufo toy na nye. Ya kana mbufu. Ya can be at mbufu. Mrs. Do I have my maths right? Mrs. Kufo was in power from 2000 to 2008. Okay. The year 2000 to 2008. Let's say 2009. And I'm a boy. Kufo top plane no. Ghana acquired its Falcon 900 ES in 2009. 2010 na plane say Kufuor to plane na plane nye. Kufuor free power 2010 January. Anamebwa January 7 January. Inti you say 2010 na Kufuor free power. Let's say officially or hand over 2010. Plane no 2010 July ne yediko fitem. Kufuor koto baller we abremo. From 2008 2010 now over free so no koto plane 2009 auto plane. The catch answer Kufuor ya azan mo se beboa and auto plane funu the see also a top presidential jet. Kobu also told the saying what kabale chobo kabale dansema or the court 2009 January, right? And I go for free power. Yeah, 2009 January. Sorry, not 2010. 2009 January. Meaning, go for top plane no 2009 no. And the 1 year and a plane say yeah. Munja ko for like I want to play no baby ni. Some people might not like what you do. They might not like the way you criticize them. They might not like the way you do your things. Forget about them. It's between you and your God. But your consistency is very important. Or vision, or aim, and also share and forget about a year. The nipa beka nipa de omunya opposition na ankomo pe he MPP bloggers ne TikTokers ne omunya opposition ankomo pe shako me na me ka kire omu ye nkurasefo ehia donko na dodo ni film omo party ba power Jimmy sa omunya wa ankomo ye omeye omunya wa anka omuye wo he shako omo and the young people who are me I don't care whether you are speaking for the NDC or MPP. I don't even care as far as you are speaking the truth. That's all that I care about. Ghanaian Citizen TV, Shakomo, there are a few of the guys are there's one guy also, I think he's in Kumasi. I think he has a TV show, some guy be like that. He did one honorable thing recently. I was very, very impressed. I think he said something against Sam George, and he came back to, after he got the facts, he came back to apologize or something. So, this is what we talk about. You are not always supposed to be the guy everybody likes. Sometimes, you have to prove to people. So also you make mistakes and all that. That's how it is. And people for Jimmy. And if tomorrow any of these people who are today speaking and saying, oh, Kasama NDC, Kasama Abainwe, if tomorrow they decide to turn against this government on reasonable reasons, why should anybody have a problem with them? If tomorrow anybody speaking for the government today and trying to speak good things about the government because of what they are seeing and the difference they are seeing between NDC Abain, Kufuor Abain, Baumi Abain, and John Mahama Abain. Nasa Nipano, along the way, changing you say, okay, I want to speak for the MPP. You are not supposed to be mad with the person or mad because or no see Nipa or the reasons in your bed or anything. All that you need to do is be convinced in your decision and what you are doing. You just have to be consistent. That's all. Consistency and yes, say be so. Consistency, say you being reasonable. You see, somebody can be consistent, just know about them. Somebody can be consistent, answer. But when you want to be consistent, you can speak for left, speak for right, but you are consistent, and that is what we call consistency. So, you people, I believe as time goes on, people will learn from Shako, Mone, Omomakano, the other guys who are doing the right thing. No, I don't expect you to speak for the NDC or speak for the NDC government. That is not my job. And I'm talking about other people who want to do what they are doing. And but make sure you are speaking the truth. You are being consistent. That's the most important thing. Now, Nipa Bebre, YouTube, oh, his name is Same. Oh, okay. His name is Same. That guy who came back to retract some things he said against, I think, Sam George or somebody else. I think I watched it. I was like, this is regional. This is maturity. That's how it works. If you have to criticize, you criticize. When you think you made a mistake, you come back and let people know. These are the information I got, which wasn't right and all that. Then you move on. That's how it works. Honestly, say, friends, Sammy, good job. That's all that we are waiting for, or we all want to see. Now, YouTube, the Nipa Bibri Eshame, Adian Ekoso Ghana, Mente ya Nipa Bi Ekikansem. Can tell her, Jack, Mr. My bro, and yet is this how? What's going on here? And yet is this how? Jack, my man can hello yes. TKB Teria watching me live on YouTube this evening. Thank you very much, TKB. Also, me who be this Usman watching me. YouTube, Etonam is live on YouTube. Aisha is watching me on YouTube, Facebook. Usman is on Facebook. Ajwa Maonyo is live on Facebook. Chairman 1 is live on YouTube. FAW is also live on YouTube tonight. Kunaku, is watching me live on Facebook. Also, Mihu Obi say Nyavo Gabriel is live on YouTube tonight. Faustina Kota is live on Facebook. Ni is watching me this evening. Kwiku Apia is on YouTube. Eric Jatta is watching me live on Facebook. Victor Agudi is live on YouTube. Abe is live on YouTube. Also, Samuel on YouTube. Nate is on YouTube. Victor is on YouTube. Folzen is live on YouTube. Young is live on YouTube. Sizzler Kalonji is live on YouTube tonight. Moses Tom. Also, Kofi Flash is live on Facebook. Gladys Asari is on Facebook. Ajwa is back again on Facebook. I can see Pat Sepenu live on Facebook tonight. Obi to say Abbas Umaru is watching me tonight on Facebook. Also, Samuel Kobi is live on Facebook. Cindy is live on Facebook. So many people have tuned in tonight. I really appreciate you guys being here or being on this platform this evening. And the Friday, nipa bi enka nkyere me. All right, thank you. Konkonsa bi o town and I say konkonsa ni town. Konkonsa bi bre o town. Na it do sometime Andrew na meka about 9 we ni kuma koda anytime. Na meka awarefo mbe mo mukọ abontene omumba. Ene awarefo mba so asebio mo so mbe ma ni jimi mu bia omutwa motro kobi mo. Ene mbe ma nso mo yejimi na maware na mo yerenom nnamfofo nyina enware ye no mo so be jimi kakra. Ni nyina osie nyina ye fa ho adwene osie nyina ye doye ho osie nyina ehu se ye nyina ye nipa osie bu ye ho ne ye kekere man no ende de so so masakra yes be ka bibia nice seni amopese Kristo ni ba kasa na sa na me kasa nde nwumbre inti sia no yesimi ntufo and sia no Ghana for more standard bi amode measure nipa se bi onipa no be ko heaven and so onko heaven se nipa no obedi ya na se ondi ye se de onyankopon ebe hira nipa no mo standard eno sa standard na nwumbre yi mi di so inti sa standard no de a standard ebe dem be ko heaven be ko heaven inti are you sure standard na mo be say me ye na ye nyina so me so be ko heaven me so isi am bibia fine inti de me be ka nyina no me be ka na onyame mu inti we de me sra mu mo am Ghana na yetumfo na am ntie titru mo amware sikafo amunum sa sikani no de oye na enye enso sebio sikani brintu da hotene nchen saa sikafo yerenom na moso munim sa de mukuru no ye na nya eye sikanti ebia memenda bekọ eyi ebeka so asimesi yire no nti mo amobre moso aware no munjai ye bu mu fie ye tata mumu sika kakra mo benyanti we de mesra ma ne susumina so ye seme nkasa se Kristo ni ba moso amonna na ma muni se mukuru no omune nkora deda mu yesikafo yerenom obi okura mo mba ene mukuru mo mba mate for deda mo ni tua muhu basika na ewo ho nti umpeso beja aware no ena wonim se be mai one wadamfo ba ketekete kra wo school na da unim pa wo tirim mo amuta chi mukuru nom mo hu se mukuru nom eye girls party omune emma yuanko na mukuru nom pictures abedi mu ho a mukuru nom eni ajantra for the da mo ankasa muni enije e wo makomam sika ni nti sika ni bre ebeku nipa yeseme nkasa se Kristo ni obi ampesa me so me ko heaven nti mo so amware nkofo kakra sika kakra wo mu nsem na omo yusumu sebio se de munye nipa atantan de no munye bold na munye ma mugina mo na so na mo so montumi embo mo bra na mo ntem ho na sika odi ekire bekum mo mududu amware sikafo a mo hyedam peskanto ho a wo ha unam krom be ma ne to be free krom abena na wen so me pa chaw me wo fie me ne me nanfofo ba fa bibisi so a be ma mbu ohun se bia oya ba wa onim se be ma obu kwasea otumi ne nanfofo ba fie ho si bi ono kasa na ne nanfofo de omo se bo to na okasa wonim ba heart ne kua edua na kasa munje na wache sa na edie nkwasam ne koso ha no bo sora afia ya basa mota na ne one ne nanfofo be ma ba na ogu onim ase yesem sa amba ne munja aware na be ma ne moa mo moso asibio mode mo kuru num dinam mo amuni nsem kuru amode nam yi be ma nye be ma papa wabodam sikeni brenti woni be ma atena mede bia se be ma no skanso wankasa nkasa sika free sika woni bi sa anyoma ni nyina osi ejai na ye me ni da ho na yetumi bobra na yenyina tumi ko heaven. These are simple things are sisia no impedifo no makasa se me kasa se ya ene ne be ma ko heaven in sisia no makacha Ghana for be pesa me ko heaven nti ena me kasa sei ena me sra mo menuanom so a Africa Market Jackson ye mo busuafo no mepacho mu nyina mu nhia na mu ndi nkomo na mama no enko bankrom na sebio yentimi nkosie Africa Michael Jackson yenyina Ghana fo mom ye no doye ho na yehu se ewiase ewo no sebio wentwi bebusuam a entimi mbo ebusua no inti me so mpesa mko heaven na mpesa mekasa ye ti se Kristo ni bei moma yenyina ye no doye ho na yentimi enkokora Africa Michael Jackson echi wato nyum bebre ende ni petie ni nyuma no mra ho evidence ne chi ena nka say say inti nuanom mesremo Africa Michael Jackson ebusuafo Nana Kuredo Ajima Rollins asebi o kan baby nansen enche bia ese besie no still Africa Michael Jackson date nembae nti we de nuanom no mo dom na meso be dom mo amoka ebusua no ho a mo nyina maye mo bom tim dindin se mo pere ebepere besremo mbremakoma na yentumi kosie Africa Michael Jackson na sebi America Michael Jackson wu ye ne mu hu se ne yie na ikosie na nefe etie dipa bebre gina kwa ho mo ye ne bye bye momi nkosie Africa Michael Jackson ewa kuma pem na yemfa konro ntena mo kyerenche konro entumi nche o mo kyere nti yesremo moma ye nyina ye nuanom yemfa odo na yentumi mfa akoma pane yemfa nkosie Africa Michael Jackson medamase esi aso Ghana fo nkwara maba yesremo mumfa adibuo ebuo mampanifo sebio benifo bu baby ato se akora ni panyinya asama eden ya panyin di bem we de manesisim na so mpanifo panyina wajimi kura still odi bem nti we de enyina be se ko heaven me seminu anom nkora mpanifo momemfa ebuo ema panyinfo momemfa nidie ema omo sebio we de mpanifo manesisim na so panyini kwase akora momemma ne buo efi se sana Bible no ene kyerɛ konkron aka kyerɛ moma ye nyina yemfa ebuo mampanifo mama ya no ntia panyini ye ne nkora ye ne mpanifo ntwempena mom yentwe akoma mfiri ho if the Bible no kura mpo so kwase na kana akoma so Nyankopɔn ni ho so ogidi so Nyame wo ho a ende uni obi kunu a oya akokora sebe oye panyini enda nti mayo amoti so a moso mo ne mpanifo etwempena ekoba a modi safie yesre mo munjan saa nyama nkitinkiti ne ye a ye nyina betuma akopie osoro ahimemu mpanifo no makasa pa sesi ano meso membo ekwan a saa kwan ne beko eye Onyankopɔn osoro ahimemu na saa kwa we ni nyina nse mekasa se Kristoni mekasa se obi a bedo Nyame nti eni tina esi a show no saa na beye yen kasa ntie obi ye bekasa se Kristofo asem no sa na yetie no de o se fra no ntoma ye ma ye mbunim tie nkyere obi a so obi di adwuma ye de kasapa ene bekasa akere no se ne beya saa nipa no ebetene ho ase asakra na adwene na se owie Ghana sika ojai se bi o se scandal beda na se wo se me chechiri mu a benya botira kyerem na saa nipa no ya mampanifo akono ho ne na kokasa se bia we wie Ghana sika krampo a ondwene Ghana ho for God and country na on samra na on fasika ne maye e wakoma pem na se bi omone yentena odom nti saa na sesia no ye ba be ye no ye de odo e na ebe kyekyere Ghana no